You are now tuned in to the To Be Told podcast.
There we go. Good. Yeah, now we're good.
All right, cool. Hey, is your phone on mute?
My phone's on mute.
Everybody's phone on mute.
Everybody's phone's on mute.
Everybody's phone's on mute.
I am Coreigh Terry.
This is Elliot Guidry.
And you are now listening to the To Be Told podcast. Elliot, my brother, what's going on?
Man, brother, feels like it's been
That's been a long time.
a little minute between 39 and now.
Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe, right?
Possibly.
Eagles are champions now.
Eagles are the champions. How do you feel about that?
I'm elated.
I know.
I looked that word
Between
up
you
before I came
and
on
Will
today.
Smith and my brother, I didn't know who was putting out more videos, and then Kevin Hart does his shit and fucked it all up for y'all.
Nah, that was he helped himself out with that. He just got more burn. That's it.
Yeah, man. So
more burn.
that was an interesting story to watch. You know,
Talking about
I'm talking about the Eagles versus the Patriots.
You mean an interesting game to watch? You said story.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting
Did
story
you read
because
this and shit?
no, if you look at it, the Eagles came in this thing like the underdogs.
Got it.
And then you had a dynasty out of the Patriots who
Yeah.
literally have been crashing the last two
Well,
Super
let me tell you
Bowls?
this real quick. Let me fill you in. So 04, because I know you're not a sports guy. 04, when the Eagles went with McNabb to the Super Bowl.
Right. And I did watch that one because, like I said, my brother is he's
gotcha.
an
Cool.
Eagles fan, like a big time.
Got you.
You know,
So when they
He knows
went,
the difference between these are the grunts.
Right.
And these are the commoner folks that
Right.
like enjoy Eagles. He's been all up and down that fucking stadium.
So that year they actually beat in different orders. They beat the Vikings and they beat the Falcons to go to the championship or to go to the Super Bowl. And they lost. But this year, right? This is a lot of Asian culture. They put a lot of money on the Eagles. One, it was green is a lucky color for them. 9 is a number for them. It's the year of the dog. So they was just throwing their money that way.
Wow.
Jerome Brown. So I'm an Eagles fan. He died. I want to say like 90. That's when Randall Cunningham was playing with the black shoes and all that. Jerome Brown was a all pro defensive lineman, defensive end. He died. They've been saying bring it home from Jerome. Right.
Right.
His birthday was February 4th. That was right. He would have turned 52. That was Super Bowl 52. Numbers are weird, man.
Yeah.
Numbers are very weird. That intrigued me a lot.
Hey man, like I said, it's layers on that.
So it was just meant for us. That's all it is. That's all
Yeah.
it was. Sorry, Cowboys fans. They was really
Yeah.
bad.
Will Smith finally started an Instagram, and boom, the Eagles win.
He's killing the gram right now.
Boy,
Well, great content.
he's turning it into a movie.
He is.
I just wish Meek Mills was free to see his city on fire.
Boy,
straight up.
jeez, that had been a moment to watch.
Now that voice you're hearing, that's one reason why this episode is gonna be very special.
Absolutely.
We got DeLorean in the building. We'll get into who he is just going forward. Just by y'all listen to the question.
So officially, is it D-Lo or is it DeLorean?
That's a great question.
If we talking about the Super Bowl, it's D-Lo. If we talking about some money, it's DeLorean, man.
And he pulled that right off the fucking lyric.
You know, so you can call me either or. I have multiple
Right.
labels of
Gotcha.
acknowledgement. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? But
And there's
Gotcha.
a lot of DeLoreans out there. Maybe not MCs. But when I try to Google this shit, it's like all this like album titles and Back to the Future shit pop up. But
yeah, that car is basically
Right.
famous.
It tries to
The car
run
is
it, yeah.
famous. There's a group in Europe, like a rock and roll alternative group named DeLorean, and then there's some scamming dude on Facebook.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I haven't seen anybody else. There's a Mike DeLorean, the rapper.
I've seen that. And you ain't gotta tell us the real name. Is that government?
That's my government. Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. That's dope. I wish my parents would name me a car.
So I'll just ride with the government, man. You know.
Yeah, that's dope. That's the last name.
Absolutely. So there, for anybody that have not heard or has not heard of DeLorean, let's take them back a little bit. I mean, a lot before hood politics. Where are you? What are you doing?
Before hood politics, one. School. I must have been probably playing around in PV or something, man. Like I was working with my producer back in Mo City named Jay Cut. We was before that. We did a couple projects, all original music. I did a tape with my boy named YD, But it was Super Bowl actually when Super Bowl was in Houston the first time. And, well, the first time basically.
That was 2004.
Who was playing? Patriots and Panthers or some shit?
Panthers and the Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ain't this some shit?
Because I went to jail Super Bowl night, and it was so many people that selling tickets. I remember that shit.
Damn.
I went to jail for for driving with some Warrens. Man, they took me to jail.
Shout out to Meek Mill.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, that was around the time police was hot them years. If they got my ass for some
Police always been hot, but yeah, basically.
So before, I was introduced to you probably like maybe 2, and I went back a little bit. But it sounded like you already had like your voice, who you wanted to be, things like that. Before this, we were working with J Cut, YD. Did you already have like your voice and like your direction in terms of music?
I was still learning at the time. It might have felt like I did, but like I didn't feel like I knew what I wanted to rap about till later on down the line. Knew what I wanted to sound like basically till later on down. Those were just experimental, natural moments. Like when me and Cut was making music, I ain't know how to rap. That was my first time doing the verse, and we kept actually one of the songs of the first time me ever rapping was a song. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a learning process. It was just an experimental living of doing.
So
music,
before that song, did you ever like hear yourself like rapping?
Yeah, I used to get 2 radios and I press record on one. I did
Oh,
all
man.
that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to always karaoke machine, try to rap. Like I always was trying to do music, writing. I used to just write rhyming words down on a sheet of paper. Deluxe, tux,
Yeah.
Belux. Like I used to just write rhyming words down all day.
Were you one of them
know
dudes
what
that
I'm
got like a rhyming dictionary? You ain't gotta lie.
Nah, never. I've used one a couple times.
Okay,
Like, yeah,
okay.
but I didn't have actually my boy Cut had one because he was a producer, but
Yeah,
he could
yeah.
rap too. So
Okay.
he had his hands in everything.
That was a real thing. People had rhyming dictionaries.
Yeah,
That's
when I see it, I thought it was the coolest thing in the
Right,
world. I was
exactly.
like, "No, this is for real."
Yeah.
They got a dictionary of rhyming words.
If you
Like
get
you could
stuck-
just look up. You could just
If you get stuck, go to that. Yeah, you go to that rhyming dictionary.
I thought that shit was movie shit. Who would sit down and think about all that shit? Like, man, who gonna all the rhyming words? That was crazy when I seen that book. It wasn't even that big. It was like a little
Like manual.
Bible,
Yeah,
it wasn't that many pages. But
No,
like,
Bible's big. Depending on
no,
what
a
Bible
little
too.
handable,
Gotcha.
hand,
Yeah, like a
handout.
pamphlet?
Pamphlet.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
like the little small New Testament
they give,
joints.
they
The
give you
NIV.
Yeah.
It's some southern. I don't know if you from this. It's some southern shit.
Yeah, some
you know
shit.
what
I'm missing
They
that.
hand them out at school.
I was about to say because man, we got like they just give those
them
out.
away. They
Oh,
like
wow, yeah.
flyers
Weird.
to a club.
Oh shit, nah.
Here's the New Testament. Find out who your Lord and Savior is.
If you buying the New Testament, you
Yeah, that's gonna be- that's
you know
gonna be
what I'm saying?
little
They giving it away. Them Bible's free everywhere you go.
How you gonna leave out the Old Testament?
Oh,
That's sacrilegious.
There's
Nah,
a purpose.
I'm just messing.
There's purpose.
Nah, I'm just messing. I don't know. So okay, so now you made this song. The first time you recorded was a full song. When you heard this song back, were you impressed? Were you like, let me try something else?
I was impressed because my boy was impressed. I thought I sound weird. I thought my voice was weird. I thought
Yeah.
it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he fucked with it. That was my first song. Don't Fight the Feeling. He was Don't Fight the Feeling or Who Them Boys Is, making all them noises and them choruses, top notch type of game. You can afford this. It was some shit like that, but it was dope as fuck. Like that was like the first hook of the song we ever made.
That sounds like that. No, that sounds a lot like a comedian
Boys,
getting laughs for the first time.
Yeah.
I know you had a line where you said, "I do it for the oohs and the screws on their faces."
Man, cause I like rapping to me was really just like a backseat freestyle moment we all had like before we go to the club or headed to the store or whatever, rapping like at the lunch table or rapping back of the bus, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't feel like I was trying to show talent. It was just like it was a cool thing to do, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm dope, let me do. Nah, it was just like, man, look. It's
So it was just basically just more fun. And then-
it's all fun.
Yeah, I think it's like that with anything. You kind of just. But where did you figure out like, nah, this is I'm gonna do this? Was it a verse? Was it again a reaction?
Yeah, definitely the reaction I was getting just from my local partners in the hood. People just telling me, bro, like you got something, like, man, you need to stick with this shit, like keep doing it, you know. So just word of mouth,
Right.
Compliments just kept me going, you know. And then probably like after I made that first project with him, just from there on, it made me just feel like I'm gonna keep going, like, cause we'll be halfway through a project, we'll be about 70% done, but actually we probably a quarter into the next one, you know what I'm saying? So it just led into music, going to studios, making more music, stuck in the hustle, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Stuck in the grind, like my boy Nip say.
So I know you work with. We're gonna get to that later. So, looking at that,
I actually never worked. I almost did. I'm not even. It's like saying I almost hit the lottery, but I ain't worked with Nip. I haven't worked with Nip though.
Okay, I know. I listened to an interview you did with all for the culture.
Yeah.
Like, young boy that he has some good questions for you. And I know you said that when you first heard Nipsey, you were like, "Yo, you gonna be somebody."
Yeah, I met him before he was like popping. Yeah. But he was with Johnny. He was with Johnny Shipes.
Right.
I think they put out Bullets Ain't Got No Name or something like that, Volume 1 or something. It was back in the Gap, bro. Blue Laces joint was on the. He was natural. Like how he act now was him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, that's like he had that mind frame then. What he got now, it just
that business acumen and all that stuff.
It really wasn't no game. It wasn't. He had to figure out what he wanted to do, and I seen it in him like before the check and all that. So it was dope to see that. And also, man, like I seen Chance the Rapper before he was hot. My boy Mookie Jones had opened up for him at SOBs in New York,
North Jersey.
This was like 8 years ago. So when I was like, he was the same guy. It was Chance the Rapper. Like when you see him, he'll play, doing his little crazy shit, and like he ain't changed. That's what he, So I stuck with, like, from that, I just feel like I need to just stick with me. Like, don't change, because it's like.
And that's very hard to do, especially now. There's so many different gimmicks out there. Everyone wants to kind of find a hack, find a shortcut,
or do something stupid and get.
It's a business move now,
Yeah, and it's forgiven. Before, people, we kind of police that before. We don't police it anymore. Now it's like, he trying to get that, so we kind of applaud it, which is weird.
Yeah.
But I do want to go into, you going into Hood Politics 1, right? So were you just like making a bunch of records and then you just kind of said, I'm just gonna make this Hood Politics, or did you have a vision in mind? Because it was like a franchise.
It wasn't even a vision with Hood Politics 1. That was like a diary. You feel me? Like that was joints that I was just sticking to, making and keeping, and then it's like a conglomerate of this shit. I actually recorded most of it in New York, and it was like just a different.
Hood Politics 1?
Yeah.
In Chelsea?
Yeah.
So you always been there?
Yeah.
That's the gay part of New York.
That's like the Montrose of New York. Yeah.
Okay.
But man,
so why did you choose that?
No, hell no. Ain't nothing I chose. That's what Johnny Shipes' studio was. That's what that's what the studio was.
I know you referenced it.
Don't let him do this.
I'm professional.
But I know you referenced that on. I know I'm skipping ahead. I think it was like Perfect Black, where you just the studio. That's why I knew it was where it was. I think it was Perfect Black. You just Grace.
Okay, yeah, that was at Quad Studios.
Oh, okay, that's not.
That was
Chelsea.
a different project. I mean, yeah.
That's not Chelsea.
Quad. That's downtown.
Grace was a really good project for you.
Oh man, yeah.
Grace touched on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think every project has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And it completes an objective that I was trying to do.
So what made you go from? Because you went 1.2, 2, then 3. What made you say, you know what, this is something different? When you got to Grace and you kind of
when I made Grace, when you hear the intro, when you listen to it, it was just, you have to. It was something else, bro. I couldn't shortcut it. I had to give it a new title, man.
So finding your style, was it something that you were looking for, or is it something that you think that just came kind of organic? Because I think your style. I think you're storytellers. I think you do tell stories, but not in the sense of like from beginning to end, denouement, like a real. You're very illustrative and detailed, and you reference things to where people are in the moment and they know exactly what you're talking about. Was that something that is that strategic, or that's just how you rap?
You know what? What's my boy name? Oh man, from Fort Worth, Black. what's his old school rapper, man? Oh man, his name's Black.
From Dallas?
Yeah, Fort Worth. Anyways, he told me never like rap about anything current, so it won't sound old.
Dated. That's why I started saying about jokes.
And I you know, I don't.
That's
sometimes
right.
I don't really just talk about current events. Sometimes like that, you know what I'm saying? I keep it open, so it's like when you listen to it, it won't matter.
Age as well.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
but it's sometimes I might, you know, say something that currently happened. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just something that I soaked up when he told me to do that. You know, it just happens to go that way.
Yeah, no, I think that's smart. I think like if you look at a lot of like Leno and Letterman jokes when they were on their show, they don't age like that. But when you doing
it's like if you was gonna if you was a current event rapper,
right?
After 6 months, why would you want to keep listening to the current events that was 6 months ago? You know what I'm saying?
What it is, it is. I think it is sometimes. I won't say important, but I think it is.
It's important to talk about what's going on now,
right? And sometimes you go back and you hear people referencing Trump in '93 and shit. It's kind of like, oh shit, damn, that's right. I think it is kind of journalistic in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Music is important like that, you know.
I mean, that's one of the biggest things I do appreciate. To add to that is about your music is the fact that you're so illustrative with everything that you're talking about, to where it literally paints a picture and puts somebody there. You don't you don't bullshit behind the mic.
You don't take a bar off. Is that what you want to say?
No, he just doesn't bullshit behind the mic.
Not at all.
One of the. And I was telling Doe this the other day. It's like there's a class of you guys that were coming up along the same line, and if you look at the guys that are still here now, that list is a lot smaller.
Man, you know what? That's with anything. You could be. You ever like started a job and it was like the first people to start working there? Mm-hmm. Like I used to work at Kroger's and they hired almost anybody. You know what I'm saying? When they first opened, brand new store, they hired almost anybody, and then after a week, people who was 15 minutes late, they got fired. They stopped coming in. Then the people that seen what you had to do every day, they stopped coming. Then it was like thinning out the thick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just, it's not made for everybody, bro. Even if you like to rap, even if you love to rap, even if you sound amazing rapping, it still might not mean that that's what you need to be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I know Bill Maher had a great analogy when he first started stand up. I keep coming back to stand up shit. But when he first,
that's what you did.
Right. So when he first started doing stand up, basically he said it's like a marathon. It's like you got like doctors and dentists and teachers and everybody kind of whatever. But after like mile 3, it's real business. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what that's why they say the cream always rises to the top.
Yeah, and it's, but you can also tell who people were gravitating to, and I guess the ones that are no longer here, or not. I don't want to say no longer here, but are no longer on the same level as what DeLorean is doing today. I guess that lack of the crowd kind of either got to them or, Yeah,
I know when I first picked up a camera. And I was working with Hybrid Media, Kelly Cryer.
Yeah, what old Kelly been up to?
She good, and representing Republicans strong. That's not a shot, but I know she was kind of showing me like a lot of directors in the city who was dope. It's like she introduced me to Michael Artise's work. Yeah, and that's where you came up. I think one of the first videos I saw was like One Shot. Yeah, Ghetto Boy, the black and white joint. With your daughter. I was like your daughter's probably like.
I was a guinea pig for Mike back in them days. Okay. I was. One of the first rappers, I'm not gonna say first rapper, but like one of the first rappers he was starting to shoot with and label and start promoting himself and putting himself out there. And, and people would be like, yeah, I seen that One Shot shit. But that was dope. Like we used to.
It was raw though, wasn't it?
Yeah, me and him used to hang out like 3 days and shoot a video. Like I'd be at his house and we'll sit up all night looking at the type of videos that we want, and then the next 6 hours like. Driving around, jumping out on the freeway, shooting a shot in the abandoned building, like all that type shit. Like it just, we wasn't no like planned out.
Right, nah,
that's wasn't no planned out.
I like hearing shit like that.
We just jumped out and did it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I was introduced to you. And I remember right around that time, I think you were doing, I think you were opening for Slaughterhouse. You remember this?
Warehouse, yeah.
Warehouse Live. You opened up for Slaughterhouse, and I hit you up on Twitter because you were talking about, you were sitting there right for tickets. I hit you up for tickets, right? Now, actually, I hit you up for music first.
Yeah.
Because I tried to go on that Piff. And there was no hood politics there. He said, "What's your email?" Email me all two of them joints. It's like, word, listen to the shit. Came to him, bought like 5 tickets. Met me outside, chopped it up. Basically was interviewing him without a mic and shit. Talked to me for a little bit. I know he was probably ready to go. But then we get on stage, and I think around the time, I think you were nominated like one of the top 5 underground MCs with a lot of names we know. And then when I get to the show, you bring them on stage, right?
Yeah, I think we did. I keep that basically, if that's what you're talking about.
Yep, exactly. And I guess the point I was trying to make, most times when people are recognized like that, they want to separate themselves, like, and kind of. But you didn't. You brought them on stage with you.
Yeah, I always been like that. Like, I feel like there's always power in numbers. If we can all just get the attention of Houston, it'll work out for anybody. The benefit would just only help you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If nobody popped, then what would happen? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've always been like that. Like, that I keep that as a man.
Yeah, that video was ill too.
That was an album supposed to be behind that, bro.
What happened?
I don't remember.
That's some Murder Inc. shit.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We were just all trying to get to who we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really, we was all working trying to get to who we are, man. And, you gotta line up for people. Gotta line up. You know what I'm saying, and get things done. But we could probably still do it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it ain't nothing we can't do. You know, it's always there. But we all still. I think now would be better than then, though.
Yeah.
You know,
why you say now?
We all figured out, like, I think we mix our pot better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cook better now. You know what I'm saying? It's just. I always feel like that, you know, it gets greater later. So
when I always hear, and I had this argument with him a lot of times. I always hear like, Houston, they don't stick together, blah blah blah. But I would see shit like that. I'm like, I wouldn't see that in New York.
Yeah,
I wouldn't see that in Philly. I would rarely see that, especially on the come up. It's different when everyone's popping and you want to come together. But I mean, on the come up.
And I guess that's usually, and tell me if you agree or disagree. I guess that's from a standpoint of the older folks not rocking with the younger folks, or, and I guess that's what
that's not what I meant. That's not what people were saying. They were just saying Houston doesn't stick together, and I just don't see that. I see that. I went to O&E's listening party, and it was you, it was Propane, it was Dope Easy, it was everybody that was popping just at his listening party, listening, supporting and shit, cracking jokes and shit like that. I did not see none of that shit. Anywhere. I don't care if it was Philly. I don't care if it was New York. I didn't see any of that.
Well, they say we need to get together. I mean, we've been working together. I've always seen it too. Some people don't see everything like everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't show everybody your moves. Everybody ain't gonna see it. So, but
I definitely agree with that.
It's cool. Yeah, man. I don't even think we worry about it. I don't even think the Houston artists worry about trying to work with people because they working with who they've been working with. Yeah. You gonna connect who you connect with and work with them. It has to be natural. You can't force. You can't just link up and be like, "Hey, 4 rappers came to the studio today. Let's do something."
Right.
You from Houston? Let's make a song.
Right.
Like, it doesn't have to work like that. But I mean, if people naturally working together, it's dope. I feel like 2 better than 1 all the time.
Right. Power numbers, and I agree with that. You said, actually, you didn't say this, but again, going back to the I want to say it's All for the Culture interview. When he introduced you, he said, "This guy's been, he's on the come up." You remember that?
Vaguely.
Okay. He said, I'm gonna say, and I listened to this recently. He said, "This guy is on the come up. He's grinding, blah 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 blah." Is that, hearing that, especially knowing that you've been grinding for a minute, is that frustrating for someone saying that?
No. As long as you think I'm on the come up, that's the direction I want to. That's the direction I want you to know that I'm going in. Right. Like, don't say stagnant. Don't say he getting his shit together. Like, if he say I'm on the come up, then we're on the same page.
Gotcha.
That ain't true.
Hey, there we go.
And I guess what you're just trying to mention people looking at him like a new artist, or
no? He answered. I mean, like I said, I think you have a winner's mindset already. One, just by like I said, when you're talking about just bringing people together, power in numbers, like that probably will frustrate some people.
Did a song with Trey the Truth called Winners.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that will frustrate some people hearing that. Like I said, you just take the mindset of like, hey, you think I'm gonna come up? Like I said, it's not a stagnant thing. You just heard of me now, and you think I'm gonna boom, perfect. That's all I need to know. I think that's a winning mindset. So
Yeah, man. You know, everybody. It's gonna take time to get everybody to know who you are, especially with all the music out there, bro. So when someone just find out about me, catching up on everything, you know, it's just as dope as somebody that's been riding with me 8 years, you know. So it's all good.
So let's talk about International Ballroom.
before we do, because that's jumping ahead. I want to ask him this.
What you?
How did you and your former?
Now they got to stay
I
tuned.
know exactly. How did you and your former manager Dutchington connect, and what did he mean to your career?
We actually met at Prairie View. Yeah, he was. We both went there my freshman
Prairie View.
year.
I know. Yeah.
Somebody needs to do.
That's a
Yeah,
thread.
Prairie
Never
View had
mind.
some people that yeah
Never
man
mind.
shit. And after
Never
a
mind.
while, he moved to New York, got his shit together, man. And we just, you know, he was a major, you know, accolade to the movement. You know what I'm saying? Just helping me connect with who he connect with, and that's all about it. You know, building a relationship. That's all you got to do, man, and just stay with it. You know. So you know, he's more focused into Chris' career. You know what I'm saying, and that's what he needs to do. So
Right.
it's always love. You know what I'm saying. So I feel like, man, during this journey though, with this music, man, it's taught me a lot. Like I accept everything that came with it, man. The people that I see daily, or the people I don't see anymore, the people that put anything into me moving ahead, I can't say, man, you supposed to do this forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't never force nobody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's best for you, I want you to do what's best for you. Later on down the line, we can build and put together your ducks, my ducks. Now we have a better situation. I've never felt like that.
So where you get this mindset from? It seems super positive. I'm not used to that.
Man,
It's very forward thinking.
I don't think I get my mind from my mind. I can't tell you I get it from a Baldwin book or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I get it from me. This is naturally me talking off the rip, not thinking about anything I'm saying. Like I get it from me. And doing this music, man, I think it built my character more than ever, like doing this shit. So I don't know, man. This is natural right here.
So I mean, we talk about a lot of successes before we get to the International Ballroom. You said a lot of things build your character. So I know there's some failures in there. You want to talk about those?
Oh man,
I want to know this shit. This is the fun shit.
Oh man, like failure build character too
Yeah,
as
man.
well. So I don't have a problem with that. One time, man, Jessica Vickery did an event.
Ooh, this is good.
She did an event at the last
Concert Cafe.
Last Concert Cafe, and it was a 420 event. It was so much.
I was there.
Weed and smoking drink going around, man. I'm hitting everybody weed. Some people had some fucked up shit. I'm super high. I'm supposed to perform I've been there like an hour just smoking. Man, it's my time to perform. I get up and do like a song that I know with my mind closed. You know what I'm saying? Which one? What joint was it? Man, I'm trying to remember what song it was.
The fact that you opened up that by saying that you can do it with your mind closed
But
lets me further know.
Yeah.
anyways, I get up there and don't remember a bar.
You know what? I wasn't there, but I think I heard about this.
Everybody remembers
Okay,
it because you
okay.
know why? They want me to be great. So when
gotcha.
they go places, they discuss things like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. They want me to be great. So, but that's something that I look at every time. Like you gonna have bumps in the road like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to make the tabloids every now and then.
But did people get they really give you a hard time, or they just kind of like?
I gave myself a hard time. I don't know what nobody else did. They didn't say it in my face. They might have said it, but that's like, bro, it's like this is not gonna be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
It's gonna be days everybody might be not like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do?
So before performances now, you still roll up.
Yeah, I don't smoke as much though. Nah, I might hit a blunt one time. Like what people don't realize, like you really to put on a good show, you really have to be physically, mentally ready to stand up there and perform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For a headlining show. Now, if you just doing your verse, whoop de whoop, yeah, you have some drinks, get lit.
Yeah.
You feel me? But if you really want to stand up there and do 11 songs,
Right.
You might want to be focused a little bit. You know, you always say that bottle for after the concert. Say that shit. And I learned that on tour. You know what I'm saying? Getting that Henny dries your shit up. You don't want to get up there on the Henny like that.
You talking about your voice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I know that's a good segue because I know you would definitely want to get an international ballroom because I know you did some independent shows. I think that's dope. But go ahead, I want you to get into the ballroom.
So sonically, the sound is a very classic sound.
Shout out to Pug in the corner over here.
The vibe is very, very.
Shout out to PUGTUNES, produced every track on there.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It puts me like in the mind state of almost like what Houston music, or not just the sound, was 9/7, 9/8.
I don't think it has I don't think it's very period piece. It don't have a region though.
It's but I'm
for the
saying,
content.
but I'm talking about like sonically. I mean like they were using just the sounds was a lot.
I think it was
smooth.
more. I think it was more soulful. I don't know about regional. His
No,
content was regional or
like,
specific.
But back then we didn't like it was just okay. This is a person from Houston. This is a song. But later on we would know that to be the Houston sound. But at the same time, I'm talking about where, just for instance, like I'm trying to think of the best way.
We're gonna argue about this.
It was just it's just smooth as shit. I don't
Smooth, that's not. I think his
well,
draw.
Well, let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll do.
Okay,
I apologize.
Was that just an inspiration that you were just pulling from that time frame, or?
Because it was definitely mid-90s Houston night scene driven. You know what I'm saying? And we rode the wave. It was so many ways you could tap into that. Like we really just minimized it. You know what I'm saying? We rounded it down to that. You know, we could have made a week event of this shit, but
Right.
I think it was good to keep it well structured and short. To me, short. You know what I mean? But like just quick to the point. Like plot to plot to plot. Get out. You know. But it came together so. It came together so easy. Like not many of my other projects, and it just felt right. You know what I'm saying?
This felt like your American Gangster, and I know that. Like I said,
comparison.
when I, and not to say, but I just, in terms of like it was a period piece. I'm not a huge fan of like skits in the middle, but this was like perfect. It was like Redman skit. It was like needed to tell the story, and I think I mean even going from I was talking to Pug earlier where you was talking to the OG. He was telling the story, and then he ended with...
Shout out to D-Rec. That was
okay.
D-Rec from Rick Shop.
And then he ended with, man, it's all about the music. And then it cut to your sketch like, man, my music. And your shit got stolen.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all blended that. Was that strategic again? That shit was ill how y'all did that.
Actually, I wasn't there when D-Rec laid his part, right? So him and Pug put together that, and he wouldn't take the shit, like just talking, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And from there, I just creatively went into my skit with me talking, just...
That was perfect.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, and this is kind of a sidebar, I think if you ever like bored, you might want to write a short story.
Yeah.
I think you got, I'm dead serious, I think you got a mind for that. Especially how you write, it's right up that lane. I know you kind of, it's all rhythm and poetry.
That'd
but
be dope.
Yeah, I think you could write a short story. Especially, I mean, I'm going off of all the projects, not even this one. This was like more like I said, if you're telling stories, this is more of like that period piece, and it took you there. Like I said, you don't thread a line where you're telling a story like, hey, it's 6 a.m. and it goes all the way to, but there's a lot of texture, a lot of detail, a lot of like, what the hell was that?
Your ice machine.
Oh, I thought someone farted this shit.
How do I know the sound of your ice machine?
I don't hear this shit with the headphones on and shit. Yeah, straight up. But I do know like
how I know the sounds at your house.
I know, right? But we were walking
shit
up
scared the shit
here.
out of me the first time it did that.
we were walking in here from the parking lot. He was like, "Yo, this thing long as Fondren."
Yeah,
but you had a line where you said, "I I keep it running like gas stations on Fondren.
Yeah.
Right. Anybody know what that means? That's like, well, let me not assume. That mean Does that mean like it's some folk out here to keep your car running, pump the gas, because you got to get out of here quick?
It has many twists to it. We keep it.
They pump me gas, all right.
Nah, because there's certain spots I don't turn my car off if I go.
Some gas stations on Fondren are still open 24 hours, so we keep it running. Like gas stations on Fondren. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you meant you kept the car running.
You can also keep it running. You keep it running, man.
Okay. That makes more sense. I thought you meant like, there's some stick up kids out here. Gotcha.
I did run into a reference to that, some youngsters and shit. But in that term, I was basically just saying, we keep it running, baby,
That makes sense. Okay, okay. I'm getting all these references wrong and shit.
Okay, I'm here to
like
rap genius it.
Yeah.
It's always dope to dissect somebody's bars, and then and one of the things that Coreigh does, he does that well. He knows how to listen to a record and almost damn near remember word for word.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Well, I don't remember it, but if it means something, it sticks out like a quote. I don't care if it's Gary Vee saying something.
But it stays with you,
right?
You know what I mean? And that's so a lot of stuff like out here, and I hear the sounds, and it sounds great,
right?
And then like I may remember the hook or something like that, but for you, in verses, things stick. Yeah,
like I said, when it's good, when it's creative, when it's the road less traveled, I think you do that a lot. I think you pay attention to the laws of poetry. Like some people just kind of like similes and metaphors, whatever. You have like alliteration and assonance in there. I posted this one earlier. Pardon the pimpin', we politicking for paper. Like that shit, I'd be like, ooh, and it ain't that line where you're like, it's just that flow. I think it's more texture, things like that. A lot of MCs aren't able to do, or just not cognitive to even do shit like that, some smooth shit like that. Everything is smooth. That's why I love like Ross when he said only fat nigga in a sauna with Jews. Like it's left to your imagination to understand what he's saying. Like he's not saying I'm rich, I'm in these. He just says that, and you have to figure that shit out. I think shit like that is just ill.
Yeah. Rick Ross is totally my top 5 right now.
But I see the inspiration in there though, in your music, the way it's.
He just makes it.
Yeah.
He taps into the classical move, and it's just classic. It's classic hood to me. You know what I'm saying?
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
I knew that was your guy. Had to been your guy.
I have a lot of influences, man. Like,
right.
I can go back to like Tila.
You said Tila?
Yeah.
Tila.
Yeah, that's some old rapper.
That's
I ain't gonna say old. That was a legendary rapper like artist.
Okay. My bad.
You got A-Ball MJG.
Oh yeah,
UGK.
Sure. Yep.
Big Mike.
That's back when Swisher House Rap a Lot. I mean, not Swisher House, but Swab House and Rap a Lot was a lot.
Early influences. I'm gonna keep it local, like man, No, let's not keep it local because your diet is not just local. I could tell when you rap.
Oh well, shit. You got Nas. You got. Okay. I like Method Man. Like to me, Method Man with Mary J. Blige and Method Man. You all I need. Like I used to go buy singles because I ain't have enough to buy a whole tape, so I would just buy the single. And if it's like that was your single, I knew your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was very melodic in a low key way.
That was my song. Like that was the hardest song in the world to me. You all that I need, I'll be there. Man, you keep it real with me. I keep it real. But that was my shit. I would jam that shit every day. I had the instrumental. It came just how the press kit, how they want your shit. Like acapella, instrumental, clean, dirty. So I used to play the instrumental, rap over, have another radio right here record me. It sound horrible. Now it would sound fucking horrible, but to me it was dope as fuck. I'm like, man.
How do you choose your producers? Do they like send you like?
I don't choose my producers.
They choose me.
Yeah, they choose me. This nigga's wild. But nah,
turn around like.
Nah, man. It just it's organic.
Yeah,
organic, man.
That's what's up. What are you listening for? Someone says, "Hey, look, I got something for you." Blah blah blah. Because
that gotta take me somewhere when I listen to it. Like it has to be. Right now, I'm like Denzel with a roll. The roll to Denzel is like a beat to me right now. It has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna play the janitor and just because it's a Steven Spielberg movie.
You gotta save the world.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah.
Let me go out like Glory on this bitch or something.
So the move to have Pug do the entire album, what was? Because before, you'd be able to get a couple from here, a couple from there.
Yeah.
What was the move to say we sticking with this formula the entire way?
It designs a sound. You know what I'm saying? Get like Manifest with Cash Money, shit, Timberland and anybody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a big Black Brown fan, and was it Millions and One?
Yeah.
Million and Ones.
Million and Ones.
And the way you flip that, then the beat change. This nigga.
Nah, that's the producer. He produced every track.
That's what I'm saying.
But hey, for the record, I told Pug to put that second track. I told Pug to switch in the Highlight Fire in the middle of it. He's like, put the Highlight Fire in there. I'm like, bro, do it. I'm lying. I told him to do it.
Okay.
He did it. So he made every track on there. I came up with that idea, goddammit. But everybody got it.
But that goes back to your hip hop diet to be able to do that.
It was just, man, this tape right here, bro, was just so easy to me. It was just so fluent. You know what I'm saying?
But the way you flip the whole Black Round movement.
Yeah.
But the line, I ain't gonna lie, the line where you said never ride a pony with nothing under the suit. I was like, why?
We don't ride ponies with nothing under the suit.
You talking about a gun though, right?
I'm genuine on the booth. Like I was running through the artists on Timberland, and I was like, do
you remember it, or you smoked too much? Right?
Smoked too much for sure. Counting this money like a million at once. I'm one in a million. So okay, when I say I should have did a song with Missy, I'm running through the titles and I'm saying like we don't ride ponies with nothing under the suit, because he would actually wear a blazer with nothing under there.
We don't ride. Okay,
we don't ride ponies with nothing under the suit.
Gotcha.
I'm genuine in the booth. I'm not genuine the R&B singer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I thought you meant like y'all keep guns and shit.
Nah, we don't keep guns and shit.
That's what I thought. I was like, nothing under the suit. Got you. We don't ride ponies with nothing under the suit. So I was like, okay, maybe you got a gun on them all the time.
So maybe this is good. You're getting these questions.
I think I need to clear some shit up.
I had to ask. Yep. So when you said that 4-page letter,
get a RICO case fucking with this.
Exactly. When you said the 4-page letter,
did you mean 4 bricks of cocaine?
Is that what
when you said a 4 in your Lipton?
In your Lipton.
No, nigga.
So when you said, and I know every rhyme isn't meant to decipher. And you can shut this down, but you said that 4-page letter wasn't meant for you.
That I figured that's a good bar to ask. I've been waiting for somebody to ask me what I said there.
Told you.
Because I'm kind of talking like my girl was Aaliyah. Like for her writing that 4-page letter, I shouldn't even put you in there. That shouldn't even be for you. That 4-page letter was never meant for you. You know what I'm saying? You wrote it, but it shouldn't have never been meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that line meant. So I figured I wrote it that people wouldn't understand when I said that 4-page letter. Like I might have been saying I'm writing one, but this one not for you. You know what I'm saying? It's for another chick. But I'm telling her that drama wasn't for you.
Right.
Like, you don't deserve that.
But even if you don't get it, it's a fly line. You're gonna rap it. Sometimes that's what. Sometimes everything don't need to be decoded, but when it is, it's like, oh shit. I think there's a lot of power in discovery. Yeah. Like, so everyone's trying to figure out what that means.
You gotta do a little mystery. You know what I'm saying? Treasure hunt with it, because that's what I think core fans listen to when they want to, every time they listen to it, they want to discover something new. Like, I figured what he said when he said that.
Right.
Like my boy called me when I say no Rolls Royces, only double R the bar that we sip, but he didn't know what I was talking about. He said, what do you mean? I'm like, well, they used to spell bar B-A-R-R-E. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the double R. That's the only double R we had. We didn't have a Rolls Royce. So he's like, oh, man, I've been trying to figure out what you were saying for the
That's how it is.
I was like, nigga,
yeah. And I think I'm speaking for Elliot too. I think we're core fans to the where you don't need promotion. You don't need to have a single. Definitely don't need to. You just be like, yo, I got a new album. And I don't think I've ever been let down from from all the way up to this motherfucker. Everything's been.
That's dope. You ain't. It's one album. You like, damn, D-Lo fucked it up with this one.
No, when I go back, 1.2 didn't really age that well for me. But I think
1.2 was supposed to be like a little prelude, like to.
Okay.
to the next HP2 because that's why I feel like that's why I named it 1.2.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be just dope shit. Let's
Right.
keep it hot. Let's keep it. That was my first time. That was like my second solo project. So
Right.
I was just Twitter was just hot. Barely Twitter was just getting into what it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sushi is where I kind of heard it.
Roger's tape.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he must
You
have
had a
put
joint on
Breathe
towards
there. He must have put a what joint?
Sushi's one was an ill ass acronym. Shit you need to
Shit
hear
you should
immediately
hear
or something like that.
Yeah, shit you should hear.
But you had something on the end, and I didn't even know who you. I know you were local. When I heard it, I thought it was just because he mixed it with like a loop. It didn't matter. I didn't know who. If it was dope, I just listened to it, and I was like, damn. I came back way later. I was like, damn, that was delete. That was D-Lo. That's it.
I don't remember the first mixtape that he. I don't remember the first song he put on there. I have to figure out the year, but it was probably a joint I did with me, him, and Smoke Desert. It was on Grace or Breathe. It's one of them joints.
Okay.
Man. One of them joints.
Okay. Yeah.
He produced both of those. So a lot of people don't know Mr. Roger produced. So.
Yeah. No, he got some shit.
He's a beastie producer.
Yeah.
He's one of my top 5 DJs out of Houston.
Well, I say this. I don't know. I didn't know he was that dope until Gossip, and then no. I take that back. I showed up. I went to Monsoon one time.
Yeah.
But I forgot about who he was because I just moved here and I had a Dilla T-shirt on, but it didn't say Dilla. It just had like the hat, the patch, and like I didn't think niggas knew what that shit was. And I just heard someone go, "I see you with your Dilla T-shirt on." I had a blazer over top, and I was like, I looked, and I was talking to me. I was like, "Oh shit!" But I didn't know who he was. And then
Roger's
fast forward,
very diverse with his music.
man. So every time I would go to a party, it was just like the hits kind of thing. But then we went to Gossip. You know, David Anderson had his joint, and it wasn't really anybody in it that night. And then Rogers went nuts, and I was like, God damn, yeah. So
yeah, Rogers. You could tell Rogers has a lot of fun on those the house party type vibe.
right.
But
I would like to hear that more.
Yeah, man. Some dope shit to hear.
But we're gonna take a quick break. I want to come back to some topics, some fuckery. We call this the fuckery part.
Okay.
We're gonna be right back.
All right.
Boom.
And we're back.
Oh, hey. Okay. All right. We are back. All right.
Hey, it was good.
We ain't going nowhere, but I did want to. I do want to ask a couple of questions about your independent. I don't want to say tour. I don't know if it was tour, if it was just like shows you put on for the International Ballroom. What would you call that?
For this project?
Yeah. Didn't you do like a show like actually down the street, not Eighth Wonder, but somewhere on like St. Emmanuel, and I missed it. That's why
He's downtown.
it was definitely we're in East Downtown now.
That would definitely take me back then.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I'm way off.
Yeah,
man.
this project only been out the end of this year, end of 2017.
So you didn't do anything for International Ballroom yet?
Not yet. No.
You plan on it?
Yes.
Is it going to be like? And this and I definitely want to applaud this, right? Because I remember earlier, probably like Hood Politics too, where most people probably would just wait for someone to reach out. You would literally go on Instagram and go, "Yo, hey, anyone want to post this?" You would literally say that. Do you remember that?
I would say, do anyone want to post this?
On Twitter. No, this is verbatim. You would literally go, "Hey, who wants to publish this on their page or whatever?" I literally remember this. I was like, why wouldn't he go? Why wouldn't he go like behind the scenes and like and just let it pop out and make it look like it's a magic trick?
Well, if you said it, I did it, but nah, I don't.
I'm
trying to remember why would I want somebody to publish it? I don't know.
Not publish it, but like let's say Houston Trend, like, hey, you want to put this on your page, kind of thing. So you posted it, and everybody reacted, and everybody was posting. It was Clutch City. They're not around now, but Clutch City. Houston, I didn't even know him then. Clutch City, Houston Trend, Dana Dream. Everybody started posting it just because you tweeted that.
A lot of times communication is the biggest key, man. You might have to just say things. People wait for you to say things to them, and you probably just have to speak on it. So whatever that was.
I mean, the reason why I bring that up because I think most people would be scared to do that because if no one wanted to take it, they would feel weird. But you did it. Everybody jumped on it. I don't think you cared though.
Nah, you really can't care about too much shit. If you overthink shit and get scared and worried about the reactions of people, then you're gonna overthink everything and never do nothing. So, nah, I really wasn't caring about nothing. If I post shit, it's like I'm using the internet. That's what it's used for. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to open up for me? You know, if I do a concert, who y'all think is the hottest people? And people gonna speak up. That's where you get the feedback from. That's what the internet is for.
Yeah, that's real. I agree with that.
I'm still trying to draw back to what it was that he
said.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was. I wish I could go find it.
He said I said it though. So
yeah, I'm 100%. Like you just. It wasn't like I'm not. That's not a bad thing.
Right. No.
I was like, damn.
I mean, I got the context of what you were trying.
But basically, this is how I feel. Like, if you're an up and coming artist, why would you try to ask someone else to draw your fans? And you don't even have you have to develop that yourself. You really have to go talk to. You have the connections with everybody. Say, hey man, you dope. I've been following you. Okay, hey, I got a show Tuesday. Right. He might bring somebody. Boom. Next person that's been commenting on your song, let them know, hey, I got this concert Tuesday. You have to use the resources that's in arm's reach right now.
And the reason why I say it is because I think at that point when you said it, everybody fucked with you. I don't care if it was it was a video. It was a music video. I'm sorry. It was a music video that you were posting. And the reason why I bring that up, I think most people will kind of go behind the scenes and say, hey, at Tuesday at 1 o'clock, I'm gonna post this. I want everyone to post, to where it's like then all of a sudden everyone's timeline is flooded with this video.
He talking about "Picture Me Swinging" remix.
Shit, I don't remember that. I don't remember. It was a while.
That's the only time I ever promoted.
There was no Instagram at this time.
Oh no,
Instagram wasn't even around.
It was definitely Instagram.
It was a Michael Artiste joint.
Must have been.
I wish I could remember. It wasn't the joint that you did with Doe and Manchild and Propane. But that's not even.
Was that the video where like in the very beginning you see his name kind of pop up in like Chrome?
I don't think I'm gonna remember. I just remember him reaching out and sending that out, and I was just kind of like, I was kind of at all that you didn't go behind the scenes, because you could have easily went, because you knew all of it. Like you could have been like, yo, hey, post this at 2. Hey, post this at 1.
If it's as far back as you say, I mean, relationships were still being built.
Nah, everybody was fucking with DeLorean at this time.
Yeah, I mean, like as far as knowing who he is and fucking with him, that's different versus because
y'all had did a cover with DeLorean at the time, which I didn't know. So you had to have been fucking.
Okay,
with
so
this is kind of going not where.
Yeah, okay, so I know what video you're talking about now.
Okay.
It's the Jesus, I can't think of the name of it, but I can pull it up.
But I guess my whole point was, like, you weren't concerned with who knew how. Like, I know I'm concerned with, I had to figure out how the dots are connected. A lot of people hide those dots, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I show my hand a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point. And then we said it. You said it earlier, like, and I agree with you. Like, sometimes you can't show people everything, but it's not a big deal. You don't give a fuck. It's like, whatever. Let's just do it. So you're kind of like in the middle.
I mean, maybe being natural is coming back in style, so I want to be ahead of the curve.
I think transparency is.
Yeah.
But I think when you did it, it just I had bought those tickets from you, blah, 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 blah. I was in this, shout out to David Anderson. I was in Fifth Amendment when it first popped off. It wasn't even popping yet. I was on the patio, and I was with like a few girls just chilling. I saw a hand extend out through some bodies. It was your hand. You were just saying, what's up? Because you remember me from buying those tickets. I don't expect you to remember this.
Yeah.
But you was just like, my man. That's it. That's all you did. And you moved on.
Yeah,
niggas don't do that. I'm telling you, niggas, even niggas that are considered your peers don't do that. I know people, they he's a fan, whatever. And I don't understand, because one, I think that your music cuts through more than anybody, but you don't have a Madonna thing.
Yeah, I really don't want to be a rapper.
Wait, what does that mean? You don't want to rap, or you don't want to be like the rap persona?
I didn't say I didn't want to rap. I said I don't want to be a rapper. And that's the perception of what people see of a rapper today. Like the mannerism, everything that goes. It's like a routine that people think they have to do. Get the foreign shoes, get the foreign belt, do the video in the gas station. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to always be the routine of what you're doing. Like I just try to be an individual, man. I try to be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm a fan of that. Like I said, I saw Pug pull up in the Monte Carlo. My pops would love you, by the way. He had a Monte Carlo 85. I seen that shit. I was like, oh shit, that's super sport.
Yeah.
I know exactly what that shit was. You found it?
Yeah.
What's that? I get that.
No, let's get it. I think was the video he was talking about.
Let's get it. Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Let's get it.
Okay. I don't think I was. I don't see. I did a lot of video. My songs, I be dolo on all my joints, so I don't think I was promoting anything for like people to come out to it. I don't know.
No, it wasn't coming. It was just like, who? If you want to post this, cool. Here it is.
Yeah, because like I say, around that time, the Houston blog life wasn't even like where it is today. Like a lot of people was just, you could be hot, you could be a dope Twitter rapper, you know, in Houston because you was popping at the time. It was like, it was free game, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that many, so if you was there, you kind of, you know, people really knew who you were.
I'll say this, in terms of bloggers, it was a ton. It was a ton. Not important ones. That when we talk, I remember we had this conversation. Me and Ellie had this conversation. I was like, "Look, just go print. Who cares if you make a whole lot of money off the print? It's just gonna cut through and separate yourself."
But see, back then though, it was just right after the end of the. Well, I ain't gonna say just right after. Like you had the Chameleon and the Slim Thugs and the Paul Wall, right, getting deals, and Mike Jones, the deal rappers. You know what I'm saying? And then for a while, it was like
nothing.
It was Zero, you know.
Zero's a rapper.
Yeah,
my father.
Yeah, you know he always kept the fuse hot. But like I'm saying, like as far as underground rapping trying to emerge, it never was a platform for underground rapper in Houston. It wasn't like we didn't have like industry mixers and shit. It wasn't open mic at the House of Blues that, you know what I'm saying? We really had to create a whole thing. Like MC Kane put together the Frontline. Yeah. That was the first time since, I'm talking about a signed artist came in Houston. That was the first time you could really be a rapper in Houston and be known for that. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no other platform for you to be on. Nobody else was getting. We need another lighter. You need another lighter.
And then also too, that's where
you got it.
You wasn't doing shows at the Warehouse Live. You wasn't hearing about independent artists doing shows at the Warehouse Live.
He got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh,
really? I didn't know that. Like independent, you know.
Nah, it wasn't no independent scene. Like I was the first one to do a mix at SF2 with
yeah. Okay. With what's her name?
Teresa.
Yeah.
With Teresa.
North side or south side?
The south side.
I never been to the south side one.
It was all by Sharpstown. It was Sharpstown. It wasn't Plaza of America. It was Sharpstown. Yeah. And then like it was like a lot. I just never want to take the credit for shit, but it was like I was there during the beginning of the emerging underground Houston rapper. You know, after the wave.
You're right. No, it was. I definitely remember that. I think I came in. I was hearing about it. And then like Numbers was popping off, and they were doing that too. And
that was really the time when, like, I mean, I'll always use this shift in radio. When no. I'm just talking about from us having both Party 104.9, then it only being 97.9, and then still kind of being local for a small
the Mexicans and Cristal
and
Bubbling.
then they go to top 40 kind of station. That's the reason why the blogs, like, you know, even with Houston Trend, existed, was because of that shift.
Yeah, okay.
And it was because of guys like DeLorean, Doe, I mean, I can name a couple other guys, but with them working in that scene and them working together, that's how literally we just was like, okay, now this one's dope. This one's dope too. Now, you know, it's that was just that. Hell, that was an awesome ass time period.
No, it was. I think you had. I'm filling some names. You had the shark with Escabel. That nigga was a beast too. You had that was when it was party. You had the Mexicans and Cristal Bubbling. You remember them? The morning show on. It was a Univision show. That's what I remember.
Univision is Espanol, right?
It is, but before it went Espanol, the only reason I know this is because the artists I was managing, they were spending us like 30 times a week, and then when it went down, the box was only giving us one spin a week. The Mexicans
no,
and
you're
Cristal
talking about
Bubble.
the 104.9.
Is that's not Party?
Yeah, that was Party 104.9.
Yeah, the morning show was the Mexicans, and they had Cristal Bubbling on it.
Yeah. I know. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. So the radio station that we used to have, it was 107 for a minute, House Party 107 or something like that. Then it switched to Party 104.9.
Yeah.
Then they had the radio station based out of
and that's where
Sharpstown.
Baby Bash. I don't know if you familiar with Latium Records. Latium Records, but didn't you? What's your affiliation with Ear Records? Steven Chavez. Shit!
I didn't know what you were saying. But me and Steve cool. We don't have any business relationship.
Because there was a picture.
There was a picture,
and that didn't mean okay. All right, I'm gonna skip over that. But his brother, his name was Charles Chavez.
Yeah,
he ran Latium Records, which was a record promoter for Chameleonaire, Pitbull, and that's the only reason I know because our artist, was writing for Pitt, and he had a lot of records for Pitt. We were with Mr. 305 and Universal Republic, and that's the reason why. That's the only reason why I moved here. It's because of Latium Records, but they ended up moving to Los Angeles.
Gotcha.
So I see Steven. So I saw a picture, but I thought that was like a move, and I was like, oh shit, this nigga's with. And I remember asking, but I guess I didn't get enough information.
Gotcha.
I can't get in touch with
That was a picture from a meeting that we had. And it was supposed to be a
meeting.
It was a meeting. That's what it was.
And it just okay. Nah, okay. I ain't trying to like extract nothing that ain't happened.
Yeah.
I just saw the picture and I was like, yo. And someone was like, yeah. No, it was like the caption underneath it was very misleading.
Yeah, the caption was very exaggerated.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, I'm not tripping it.
Chavez he cool dude, man.
He seemed dumb cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, they got this nigga. I was like, oh shit. Okay, they doing okay. So
Gotcha. Okay,
so that's why. Okay, all right, bet.
Well, I'm glad you gave us some context to that. See what I did there?
Yeah, his brother's doing huge things, and Steven's also doing huge things too. But like I said, I thought obviously he, anyway. I don't want to get too much in. I don't know where I'm going. I feel like I'm stepping in some quicksand right now.
No, so one of the things I know you get asked about a lot because obviously it's like how can you not ask it, being who the artist is. I mean, the time period that you, working, I guess, got through with Dutch and now we was working with Crit. What was going on in that relationship as far as were you being part of their label or what was going on with that?
Nah, I wasn't signed with them or anything. It was just
affiliation,
mutual relationships. It tied me with Crit, and Crit is an amazing artist, man. Like
we agree.
I soaked up a lot of game just watching what he do, how he move. You know what I'm saying? He's like another Nipsey to me, but from the South. But he focused on what he do. Like every move he make is a reason why he did that. It's not like I'm trying this. Okay, then let me try this, and then let me try it that way. Okay, that way didn't work. No, he has a strategic plan when he puts shit out. I learned a lot from going on. Like, I always realized that no one else can put you on in this game. You really, it's like talking to a female. Like, the older you get, you can't send your boy over to a chick and tell her, hey man, get a number for me, tell me I like her. You know what I'm saying? You really have to step up and approach it yourself. But like, Crit has put me on a project and took me on a tour. Like, what else can he do for me? You know what I'm saying? It's like I never. So like, but I know a lot of people see us and be like, man, y'all made a classic song together. I want to hear y'all again. Who knows what the future holds? Like, we can do that again. I know what he did though. Like he got focused on himself, and then he started making the project that you jamming out forever. So a mighty long time. Like, I could tell he went in his shell and started creating and doing. Like, I can't never be mad at you for stop hanging at my house and starts hanging back at your house and start working on your craft. You know what I'm saying? So I never felt like, man, you need to keep helping me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have your drive, you have your dreams that you have to accomplish. Everything doesn't always have to be a plus one. Right. You can go to an event yourself to focus on yourself. You don't always have to have a plus one. You feel me? So I never look at stuff like other people do and take it like, oh, you stopping me from making it. You know, it was never
Nah,
that. It was never that. You know
you're
what I'm saying?
grateful for the experience, and it's like, hey, I learned a lot. Let me.
You have to move on. You have to take things that people. It's gonna be a conglomerate of blessings that come in your life for you to stand on. And
I think that would be a loser's mentality. I think just the way you think. Yeah. Just it's not even. You're not even saying that just so you don't look like you sensitive. You're saying that just as a natural. This is how you think.
Yeah, I can't. If I focus on somebody's reaction on everything that I've done, I would not be focused.
But also too, the way you said what you said about Nipsey, you're like, yo, you gonna be somebody just from the things you heard. That's how I feel when listening to you right now, listening to your music. That's how I feel. Like that's all you need.
Yep.
That's all you need. You already got the skill. Then you got the mindset. But also when you have a true passion for it, you're not impatient, right? People that are just like. They want to make the quick buck, blah blah blah. They want to pop off right away. You just like
a lot of people want to, like, let's say we selling donuts, right?
Damn, why donuts? I don't like donuts.
Let me tell you,
all right, bet.
Let me tell you, let's like we selling donuts. Let's just take it out of music. Let's just say we all want to be the best donut sellers in the city, right?
Bet.
I'm setting my monopoly up on Ella.
Like, okay, you Krispy Kreme, you Shipley's. I'm my independent. I'm my own donut man. That
we swapping already.
Yeah. Okay. When you walk into Shipley's, do you see Krispy Kreme coupons?
Never.
You know, they only market themselves because they want to sell their only donuts. Mm-hmm. You want to sell yours. So for me to be popping to be me, I have to do something over here alone. I can't keep hanging at Krispy Kreme at your door. And, he's a D-Lo.
You got to go eat glazed.
He go to D-Lo Donut. Man, hold on. You in my way for Krispy Kreme. Like, you have to understand your position. You have to understand that you have to create from where you are. It's going to be longevity in that.
Nope.
You can't leer on at somebody else that's jumping already and just be like, oh, yeah, you might have known me for selling donuts at Krispy Kreme, but I got my own donuts now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work like that. You have to create from where you are, man. You have to have your own.
And it's a longer road.
I seen Pac talk about it with Digital Underground. Like, he like, yeah, man, I have to be my own. He's seen it a long time ago. Okay. Like, yeah, you could ride a wave with Jeezy and be right. You know, let's say Jay-Z. Let's just take it all the way to Jay-Z.
Memphis Bleak. That was the gift and the curse.
You have to be your own self, man.
Indeed.
You can't, not in this industry. Maybe a rock and roll, maybe R&B, but this is a man alone. This is like, what can you do by yourself?
Yeah.
Can you name the Drew Hill artists? Can you name, like, you know what I'm saying?
Cisco, right?
Can you name most of the, like, I don't know. You have to stand out, bro. That's how I feel. Like,
so you saying Kyrie did the right thing?
I don't know the situation.
I'm just bullshitting.
I mean, you have to step out.
But it's right on par what you're saying.
He's doing what he's doing.
He is.
You feel me? You don't have to always be in the VIP section when you go clubbing.
Hey, that sounds like a shot.
You don't always have to be in the VIP section.
That sounds like shots to these models out here.
No shot.
I'm joking.
Any female at all, but like I'm saying, like sometimes you can play the corner of the club and just pull the chick that you need to pull for the night. You don't have to be in the VIP.
What's your birthday? When's your birthday?
I'm a Cancer, July.
What? July what?
The 9th.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
My brother and my mother, they're Cancers. July 11th and June 28th.
Yeah.
That don't mean shit. What we talking about? But that means you're emotional, and I don't see that though. Well, they
a
say
lot of
that
people get emotional mixed with sensitive.
That's very true. Expand on that. Elaborate.
To be emotional doesn't mean that you're sensitive.
Right.
You're emotional. You're really just reacting to what's going on with you. Now, somebody that's sensitive can't control how they're acting when something is in front of them.
They forfeit the logic.
Yeah. Now, being emotional is you understand how I feel from my facial expression by what you're doing, but I'm still ready. Right. To continue the energy that you bring it on. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great explanation, but also too, I don't think you have a lot of I don't think you have the trigger points of most Cancers though. Listening with how you're talking.
To me, to be honest with you, I don't care logical. When you was born. I don't think let's say somebody that's 20-year-old and a 1-year-old that was born October the 2nd. I don't think they're gonna act the same.
No, why? And I looked into this right, and I'm probably more Christian than an astrologist. But when it's broken down to me, depending on when you were born, the year you were born, the time you were born, it can put your emotional moon. You can be a Scorpio, but your emotional moon could be Cancer, or your financial moon could be Scorpio. So they'll break
That's
that
just
down.
other ways they can find you to find something in common. Just how you feel like when the Super Bowl was 52, they're finding anything that's 52. Yeah, he had 52 cats at one time. Yeah, he had 52 cats.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But a
dude
dude dying that was born on February 4th and he turned 52.
You know how many people die every day?
You're right.
You know how many people die every day?
But not national football players for the team that won the Super Bowl.
You right.
I'm not even jumping on that because I'm not even that guy. But
can we just hug it down to it's a beautiful coincidence?
I'm just saying that's kind
coincidence.
That's all.
And
I'm
when
saying.
you get those, you put a headline on it. You make it feel like somebody set this shit up.
It does have that feeling.
They gave them
it's
a sickness.
Beautiful coincidence.
It does have that feeling where it's like wow. But when you think about it, like you're just like wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because there was a rap, there was a song. If you were in that area, like I said, I'm from Delaware, so it's like 15 minutes from Philly. So we heard songs on Power 99, Bring It Home for Jerome. It was like songs about bringing home for Jerome. So people were always trying to bring home for love until like that team kind of dissipated, and then you didn't hear it anymore. But when it came back up, when they went to Super, that's fucking crazy for someone like me to hear all that shit. That's crazy for me. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not like, but some things when they match up, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't know what that means, but that's pretty crazy.
Fucking right.
When were you born? I'm just playing. It don't matter. it doesn't matter, Elliot. I'm just joking.
All right. After Coreigh makes a conversation awkward, we like to segue into other things. I do want to talk
Shout
about
out to Duce for
straight up
for sidelining conversations.
That's all it's about.
Major shout out to Duce and David Anderson
and all the great
things
what's up, DA the third.
But I do want to talk about everything that you're also doing outside of music as well, because I find it very interesting that you are literally lacing up City of Houston with some dope ass decks.
Yeah, we will call them patios because some motherfuckers' pronunciation is fucked up.
Oh shit, yeah. During Harvey, I didn't even know you did that shit.
Huh?
I almost thought I was like, is he joking at this time?
Man, you know what I realized?
Why would he do that?
You know what?
Yeah.
It's crazy that people feel like if you rap, that's all you need to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't
not saying that that's what you're saying now, but it leads into what I'm saying. Like, it's like, let's say you look at a rapper's page and then he has a tax return information on there or something, like you feel like, damn,
it does throw
this
you
nigga
off.
trying to do taxes.
Yeah.
He need to be in the studio.
Yeah.
It's motherfuckers that make $250,000 a tax season though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy. Why you would even judge that?
Why are you mad that he has another hustle with him? You know what I'm saying? So the whole game plan is to make money and be comfortable, right?
Right.
But I feel like we always put ourselves in a box. We want it to be so hard for us, right? Mm-hmm. We want us to say at the end of the day, we want our story to be, man, ain't nobody help me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no cosigns. Did nobody put no money behind me?
Right.
Why do you think that is though? Why do we have that type of championship?
But let him get back to that.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
So totally got sidetracked. What the fuck I was about to say.
That's my bad. I apologize.
No, just talking about the different revenue streams that a person can have versus only thinking they should only like. If I'm thinking, D-Lo, you rap and this is all you need to be doing. You wake up, you clock in because you're rapping. Yeah. And by the time matter of fact, fuck that, don't sleep. Versus, right. That's a perception of a.
That's just the box that's just black people shit. That's just black people shit.
As opposed to seeing like somebody, for instance, being able to put patios together. It's like, wait a minute, what? He does this?
And and I'm gonna be honest with you, what I've done with patios, independent artists probably never created that much money with themselves making music. You know what I'm saying? So let me figure out this process. I'm putting this money back into the music. So It has to be created that way. You're not gonna always get a bag, find a bag, get a bag. You know what I'm saying? You
My
have to
question
create a bag.
is why can't it just be dope that this is also something that you do? This is another part of what you do.
A lot of work itself just looks, it's not cool no more. Working not cool no more. We want to see you on Instagram where you don't have to do nothing. There's weed all around you. There's money everywhere around you.
Right.
When do you clock in? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
We all rich. The money already made. We chilling in the shade. I don't think people like to see you. They don't want to see the work process. No.
I think they do. I think what you're doing is perfect, and not on that you're doing it to get money, but I think Gary Vaynerchuk, I bring him up all the time. He says document over create. So create also, but also document all that back. When you talking about Kroger, I was like, this nigga's talking about Kroger. Like, you didn't think about it. You didn't go, I don't want these niggas knowing I work for Kroger. You just said it. When I was working for Kroger, you don't give a fuck. And I think that.
I think the position of an artist has changed so much that we're used to something that shouldn't even be. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we think about an artist, we think about Future or we think about Drake, right? Which are dope ass artists, but we look at them as like no flaws of human being. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Future always been rich. He been talking about racks since he came out. Future's been rich forever. Like, somebody might say this shit in the elevator. You be like, man, what you talking about? Future been rich. You ain't heard his album?
Right.
That's true.
Like, y'all tripping. These are human beings. You
I'm
know
trying
what
to think of
saying?
somebody that was like.
Well, I mean, that's also the
Redman.
the picture they paint. You know what I mean?
Remember Redman?
That's also but to add to his point, that's also the part of the marketing team. Like, okay, well, we need you to talk this, so we're gonna make sure you look like this.
Yeah, that's cool too, man. But if that's what you continue on to doing, that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's the image you want to portray. That's great.
You remember what was MTV Cribs? And remember Redman had an episode? And
he was in a hood ass apartment house.
He cut through with the screen door. He cut through, so everybody was talking about. If you talk about Cribs, everybody's gonna bring up that Redman.
You have to realize that it's more broke people than rich people, right?
Right.
Even though it's dope, motivating songs like, I got the M's, I got 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4. You know what I'm saying? Even though you don't have $8 million, you want to get to that.
It's
you know what I'm
aspirational,
saying?
yeah.
So if you can relate to people by talking about being broke, then there's more people that's being broke. They're gonna understand you more. You know what I'm saying? I never always felt like I always rapped about what's relatable. I always wanted to be respected, relatable, and recitable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted people to
Say it again.
Respected, relatable, and recitable.
That's assonance. No, that's alliteration. No, that's assonance. Every word was with an A. I don't think he
It's
knows what
with
he's
an
doing.
R though. It's with an R.
Sorry, I said A. You know what? Shout out to Duce.
My nigga lit right now, man. My nigga lit. The interview had just started. Let's delete everything else. The shit just not getting started. We got 20 minutes of hot shit about to go down right now.
Yeah, obviously I don't know what words he said to me just now. I said,
because sometimes I just zone out when I paid attention to you just time and you said A's.
That's crazy. A's. I said assonance and I said A's. That's crazy.
Okay.
At some point in time when Coreigh is when this is going on, I let him just go, because at some point, if you let him go, he's gonna find himself right back.
Where you be like, hey, come here.
Yeah. No, but going back to what you said, the R's though.
Yeah, the R's.
I don't. You said it like fluent. Did you have you said that before anywhere else?
I've never said it.
You just literally said that. And you that's see what I'm saying? He don't even know. I think that's just a natural.
I think you need to put that on the shirt.
It could work, but
I need some new merch ideas for sure.
That right there. If that's some brand new shit,
and then just put 2. We told him we
matter
get 2%. We get 2%. I'm sure.
Shit. Possibly.
Yeah. nah. But the fact that you do that though, and then when you rap and that shit comes out, to me that's just some ill shit. That's some ill shit. I was like, this nigga don't.
Like, I stopped writing at home. Like, I don't even write at home.
Why not?
I have to feel like I have to hit a beat now and then come up with it fresh right then. Sometimes I don't even remember how I even said it. I could write it down every day. I'll be like, I don't even remember how I said this shit. I'm like, if it takes me too long, I'll be like, man, I forgot my
at the listening party, you was performing with O&E, was a record you did with him, and you forgot your lyrics, and he rapped it for you. And he said something to y'all was fucking y'all cool, so he was like fucking with you, like you don't forget. He was like, yo, but you remember it though. And then everybody started laughing. I was like, God damn.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
So
what?
I said, I don't know, but you remembered it though?
He was on the mic. You had finished the record.
Yeah.
But you forgot your part. He finished it for you.
Yeah.
Right? And then he was in the crowd next to Propane. And then O&E was like, man, nigga, you just fucking with you. You know, nigga, you don't forgetting your lines. But this must have been after the 420 shit. Had to have been. And then you were like, but you remember it though.
I ain't
And everybody started dying laughing.
do my nigga like that, dog.
No, I will call this nigga on air. I know you said that for sure. I was laughing. This shit was funny.
It's funny now, dude. I don't remember doing it though.
Propane was like, you said it like three. He's like, yo, but you remember it though. It was like this. But you remember it though, because he had the microphone. So it was funny as shit. It was funny as hell.
Ah man, I ain't do my boy when he like that though.
But y'all cool.
I
so
feel
it's
like
funny.
that one might have happened. I feel like I laughed with everybody.
I think he will remember that.
Was that at Warehouse?
This was at Hillcroft. What's his name?
Hillcroft. Nah.
Wait, hold on.
Hillcroft.
Asian. I want to say Asian dude. Where Kelly Cryer used to work out of. Fuck, mixed. iMix.
Okay.
iMix. He had a listening party at iMix, where the garage was up, and I remember.
Okay.
That's why I was like, yo, these niggas is showing love. Like niggas the niggas is got like write ups and shit.
Right.
And this nigga's been in like Billboard and fucking Pitchfork and you name it. This motherfucker's there just chilling, getting shitted on by the dude, you know, that's doing, and he's shitting back. That's fucking awesome to me. I love that shit. I love when niggas can fuck with each other, because that means that, because it's no love like fucking with somebody.
I don't take shit too personal, right?
That's my meat. But you don't take it personal, especially. Well, I definitely don't see you taking shit personal. Just talking to you right now. But most people, if they're able to take someone throwing shit their way, it's probably because they cool, and that's usually how it is. So I enjoyed that whole night. What's his name? Chris, the dude. What's his name? Chris. The one that I'm not gonna get it. It's too late. I'm not gonna get it. It's okay. No.
Chris Rockaway?
Rockaway. He was there. Everybody was fucking there. And
everybody was fucking there. It sounded like
everybody was fucking there, yo.
It sounded like an orgy party.
Except for Pug. Pug wasn't there. It does.
I'm glad somebody else saw that shit.
Everybody was fucking there.
Because I wouldn't go say some shit.
Yeah, everybody was fucking.
But the way you said it, everybody was fucking there. Like,
pull your bands up when they come in.
Yeah, this is a bad episode for me, by the way.
Hey,
we might have to delete this one. What's this, 40?
We'll make it great.
But even in the way you said showing love,
you
said it like so in love. I ain't want to say nothing.
Yeah.
But I was wondering what, like, okay, he ain't found himself yet, and then everybody was fucking there. Like, wait a minute, okay, listen, goddamn it.
So going, I'm gonna go. So being in what's next, like I said, all these projects you've done, all the people you work with. We didn't even talk about the features. I mean, we go into the crit features. We can go into the producers you work with. I mean, you pretty much, in terms of a checklist of an artist. If I know any artist and I show them your checklist, they would look at you with awe in terms of who you work with, right?
Yeah. I need to make a nice bio, you know what I'm saying, of the shit. Yeah. But I don't ever sell my accomplishments, man. I just feel like you have to keep going. Whatever made was made.
And you're here, right?
Yeah.
And I always say this to him: we shouldn't be this accessible to you, right?
Why not?
You're out of here. I'm glad we are.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, we wouldn't be able to like, hey man, what's up, man? You trying to hop on the? And it's amazing to me.
You just so used to not being able to work.
Yes.
With the other artists that you've been trying to work with.
No, or just people that I'm impressed by. I'm not used to being able to reach out to them.
Yeah,
and being able to work with them.
Yeah, more specific.
Not at all. And that's why I look at Houston. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? That's why I don't understand it.
Man, you know, I've seen a couple corners around this country, man, and I've seen how people move, and I know what people like from me. So I know how to, I figured out basically you have to realize, like, I did 38 shows opening up for Big Crit in 2 months. not in 6 years. You know what I'm saying? So in 2 months, you know, you can go to a Big Chris show and be like, man, that was a live ass Big Chris show, right? Picture doing that every other night for 2 months.
Yeah.
How can you not gain nothing? How can you not understand a new mind frame of how to do things, right? So you have to realize that, like, I'm stepping out in a new city. I'm in Indiana. They don't know D-Lo. They don't know MCK. They don't know the front line. They don't remember I did the Slim Joint. They don't understand none of that shit. They here to see Big Crit. And I have to put on a performance that's bearable for them to like.
How do you do that in a crowd that you don't even know?
Man, that's when I feel like somebody else kicks in and it's not me. I'm not there. I'm out of my body. Like the East Coast niggas say, I was out of my body. You know what I'm saying? Who say that? Louisiana niggas? I think Louisiana niggas say that shit.
They got it from East Coast niggas.
Yeah, but yeah, it's cool.
I'm just joking.
This guy.
Yeah, it's Louisiana shit. Yeah, most definitely.
But they wear Timberlands. They wear Timberlands too, so it's all the same. It's all the same shit.
we all.
It's all connected. Yeah.
We all can catch a flight, man. But what was we talking about?
All I say is this. You said your girl said you look like Bud from
Cosby
Show.
It was a barber in Missouri City by around the corner. Her name was Margie, and she had the barber shop. And she used to always say I look like Bud from the Cosby Show.
Right. You know who Bud is?
Rudy's boyfriend.
Yeah. Tripping?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
He's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you got to be 33 to understand.
But I am.
Yeah.
I'm 34.
Okay.
But
Did I watch every episode of the Cosby Show?
Nah, you didn't have to watch every episode.
You didn't. This is enough.
Bud got his shine on in this shit.
not the Bud Light frogs. But I do know. I sent him a picture, because everybody used to say I look like Lil White, and someone sent this picture to me. Was like, "Yo, it goes your twin," and I was like, "That look like D-Lo." Right?
You said it look like D-Lo.
I didn't know how this nigga gonna take it, but you reposted the picture. He was like, "No, nigga saying I look like shit, Lil White and shit." That shit was funny though. But I think you have a great sense of humility. I think this is a path to success. I think that if you have a passion for it, you can do it for a long time, and you're not waiting for the bag all the time. You can just do it. I think cream always rises to the top. I think you gotta keep putting content out there. You continuously keep doing that.
Yeah.
That's super impressive.
Yeah.
And
one of the dope things that I enjoy about watching D-Lo in his rise is he never takes a step backwards, even whether it's visuals, how his sound progresses, whatever it is. It's never a step backwards,
right? Which
is pretty big to say, even for a big song like he had, like Sing on Key.
Oh yeah, that was Vivo.
That
this nigga was in fucking, where were you at? The Sahara Desert and shit on the motherfucking,
but
kicking sand and shit.
Yeah,
with Jordans on.
But even
that's Tim's on. Listening.
Yeah, you did have Tim's on.
Dutch had me and Tim's. Oh no, my nigga Steve-O. Somebody.
Steve-O from iMix.
No.
Oh, no, okay, my bad.
New York Steve-O.
But even now, like visuals following that, which I thought is like, fuck, like that's an incredible ass video. But you never backtracked, and
man, God has been putting me in the right positions for a decade and a half or so. You know what I'm saying? It just takes a while.
I think you be putting yourself in the right situation.
Yeah,
I mean, it's God
basically too. Yeah. But a lot of things, like even my sister told me the other day, like even if she told me basically, like even if it stopped today, like I've done enough.
Nigga, you got a checklist.
Yeah, but it's
crazy.
It's like it's cool. Like that's last year. Like I said, something about being on 106 in Park. Like who cares about that? This next generation don't even know.
You
about
killed
this
that shit with the glowing mic.
And what's so crazy about that? Oh my god.
Okay, let me ask you this real quick before you go. When you did
rap
that,
I had. I kept fucking up. I had a rap. Yeah, I think I turned it into a song. Broke in the back room, kaplat boom. Show him how to move in a room full of baboons. A good fella. Man, I said some shit and that was supposed to be the rap. I wrote it on the plane. They told me to do it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I ain't think about it. I get on the plane going to New York, and that's when I want to start writing to the shit.
So what you did on Backroom was something that you
something
wrote.
else I had in the pocket already.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You wish you would have done what you had prepared.
Yeah, what I had was stupid.
Why, You got it now. You know it now.
Shit, I might. I said, I don't know, man. I said, I broke in the back room, kaplat boom. Show him how to move in a room full of baboons. A good fella with bad moods and rap tunes. I rose on that concrete with glass shoes. All leather indoor, we ball better. Globe trotter. Knickerbocker like Carmella. From the north to south side, we court side. Spike Lee, G-Star denim to block the cold weather. My little Chloe too, she learned the boo-boo potty. No Ace Hood, I still woke up in that used Denali. Hood polish, show him the resume, forever late. Defecate soon as I step off that JFK. Stop me if I'm lying, this is kinda major. Before it air, I'ma have to get my mama cable. It's been slow bucks ever since the door shut. Now I got a window seat. Badu about to show up, hold up. Grace on the way though. Boys want to slander, but they ain't got no say so. Sipping on that OJ, they bragging about how they day go. Case closed, you the only witness like Kato. Most these rappers, they want to be like Diego. Steady doing the yayo. If your ass that scared, you should have just laid low. Doing all that writing, you about to get us indicting. Need to take some precautions. They taking niggas endorsements. Something like that.
Hold on, Elliot. Hold on, Elliot. Hold on. Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Because that would have been to a beat, and I'm not like the acapella nigga. I'm
And
listening.
the 1 hour laid was so cool and
Nah,
laid
it was
back.
cool, but-
I was like, I wanted to go to New York and show these niggas the South can rap. You know what I'm saying?
So, and I saw you on the Breakfast Club with
And you was
like-
hitting them with those references like
They gonna understand.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But you had some drug references. New York niggas love cocaine references. You had the Diego shit. They really
yeah,
love
but
that.
I mean he pretty
Shout
much
to Nicky
he's
Barnes
talking they
and
lingo
Frank
to
Lucas.
them.
I gave them they lingo basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's Southern. But I would say that I'll say, no, I'm sorry, not that one. But that right there. But okay, what I wanted to ask you, saying that you have saying that you have this checklist, right? And I know you're like, yeah, whatever. I'm trying to, because you're supposed to be ambitious, so you can't really like celebrate these wins, right? I get it. Tom Brady got 5 rings. If you ask him, it doesn't mean anything, nigga. You got 5 rings, nigga.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you, you have all these, milestones and things like that, right? What's next? What's on your vision board? What's in your mind? Like, this is what's gonna make me smile.
I never look at it like that, man. You know, I really do take it a day at a time, bro, and just.
So when you said your sister was like excited, like, yo, you done this, you done that. When you hear that, what are you like? Whatever, that's not nothing.
I really listened to her. That was something that really hit me when she was like, "It's a lot of people that haven't even done what you done, and they trying to do this, and ooh, you just." And that kind of like you. Sometimes I be into a shell of what the facts is about me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I might be top 8, I might be top 1, I might have the best mixtape, I might underrated, might be overrated.
Right.
But it's like you have to just take it all, man, and just continue going, bro. Like I never just wanted to be like, okay, everybody think I'm hot. Well, shit, let me go do something else. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they said I'm hot, but
Yeah. Oh, buddy on All for the Culture. He had asked you.
That's the only interview you see her.
I see. That's the only interview I've seen you have.
No.
I googled it. I was like, this
Oh.
one. But it was. I think he did a good job because he really didn't know you.
Okay.
And he was asking.
Now he didn't, but he knew. Like I like when people have listened to a project or understand anything about me before an interview. Like,
Right.
It's just ridiculous to do something no one ever heard anything. But yeah, he definitely into the Houston music. He definitely.
Right. I mean, he may not have had like all the key, but he had a lot of
Did
passion.
you come to, when we did the All in the Culture with the homie at the apartment? Yeah.
And he had a lot of passion. And I respect that. So that's why I really enjoyed that interview. But I didn't see any other interview.
Yeah.
You probably had a bunch of. I know you had a lot of like written ones that I read.
Yeah. Okay.
I read those, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
like a physical, like straight up interview that I can listen to, like a podcast. I know you did one with Slim.
Yeah. We did 2. Yeah.
Too. Okay.
And that's the one we got snubbed for last time.
Was that the one?
I double booked this shit, and Rico hit me like, "You on the way?" I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. No.
Now, if we gonna get snubbed by somebody, some good people get snubbed by.
Nah, of course.
Appreciate it.
I'm messing.
sorry,
I'm
man.
messing. Nah, you're good.
Of course. Damn, I forgot I was about to ask you. Oh boy, young dude. I can't remember, but basically it was basically just onto the stats that you have and how you seem like you're not impressed. I forgot where I was going with that. We might have to find another question. Sorry. This nigga's not impressed with all the motherfucking accolades he has, which I can understand, because I know you, in your mind, you probably want to be at a certain
I feel
level.
like I can do better all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything though. Appreciate it all, but I just want to do better than last year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But I do know, and this is for the listeners. You're way better than this. Yo, I'm telling you, you should be like Letterman if he was around. You should be like all hip hop. Like anytime they want you, anytime you put out a product, like you should be. It is so weird that it's weird for me that I'm like, we can reach out to y'all.
Yeah,
it's just no way. Even Pug, I shouldn't be able to just like, yo, I'm gonna call you and do a show. He should be like, whatever, nigga, talk to my people. That's literally what it would be.
And that's the connection. That's how you gain people's, connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really. If somebody be like, man, I really got the number to this guy, he feel like, man, if he tells me this, that's what it is. I'm like, right. I don't have to go through somebody else and then worry if they did that, relied that message on to somebody else. Like, you want to be connected to the plug. You don't want nobody else in the way. Then the ticket is going to be different than the plug.
Right.
So why not get the plug?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, man.
So like, some people be like, call my assistant. Hey, call, get their number. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's your number, homie? Yeah, give my email. Hey, hit me up. Ooh. And that right there would just be a complete, like, okay, so that guy there is trying to do it. Like, he's another pea in the pod. You feel me? So, but you giving him that same respect just as if he was somebody else.
Right.
They respect you more. Yeah.
Indeed. Shit.
And shit, I mean, if you really, whatever it is that you're networking with, if somebody's really about whatever it is they're doing, that connection is always.
They might know somebody that you need to know.
Yeah.
You might. It doesn't matter. Like, you can't always feel like just because that person might have 13 followers or something that he's not important to you. His uncle might be the guy. You feel me? And you have to make your connections, bro. Don't always judge a book by its cover. I don't be tripping about this.
Right.
Shit.
I think people on our side we understand that, but it's usually people on your side, they don't understand that. The performers, they like, whatever.
Well, some people have different agendas. That's why I don't feel like I'm a rapper. I have a different agenda to make music. I don't feel like I need to be Drake. You know what I'm saying? Right. No offense to nothing, but I don't want to be the top tabloid rapper of the world. Right. I just want to be the guy that, like, this who you jam because you feel like, oh, he ain't Hollywood. Like, I just want to. It's cool to be in the medium. It's cool to be in the medium of life, man.
Yeah. Hey. Indeed.
Yeah, man. I think we got. What you say?
But niggas can't fuck with me though.
There we go. Okay. Start the interview.
Nah,
man. I think this interview went well. I think we got pretty much everything up until this point. I know it's gonna be another point. We're gonna have to bring you back. And I think you're gonna be talking that shit.
Yeah, we'll let Pug, do his.
We definitely gotta do a Pug interview. If he did that whole and that shit is crazy. It literally sounded like a lot of different producers that you put together on that. That shit is awesome.
The comparison you had for the vibe and the sound, like, this is his American Gangster.
No, it is. That is.
That's
it's that period piece. It's like, okay,
that's
this
a
what it is.
dope compliment. That's my favorite Jay-Z album.
That's that front to back. Right. I think it's just.
But I think, well, even going, with Pug, I think, if you're a producer or if you're an MC, you have a really keen ear for hip hop. Yeah, like you said, like Chappelle said, you have a hip hop diet where you can kind of go through and go, this is it, where you can scale back and forth. Because, like I said, I wasn't trying to say you were right or wrong,
right?
But listening to that project, it doesn't sonically it doesn't sound regional. Now, when you start to tell the stories and I hear you draw, then it kind of can go.
Well, you know why he says that? Because he's a Houstonian. Like he's really like he was here in the '90s. So I feel like I get a lot of responses like people who not even from Houston. They be like, man, you made me feel like I understand I wasn't even there, but you made me feel like
No,
you know
you're talking about the content.
Yeah.
No, he said I guess when you say sonically, I take out the content. I'm thinking his job, right?
Right.
That doesn't have a region because that's soul. I think people from the South, people from the North, people from wherever, they all heard that.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I get what you're saying.
Okay, so we start feeling it.
But
the content.
soul comes from the South, and somebody from the South would be like if someone seen DJ Screw, right? They'd be like, that's Screw. Because they so common to seeing what he is. But somebody who from out of town would be like, that's the legendary DJ Screw. Right. So you understand what I'm trying to say?
Before I let go, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Frankie Beverly
Yes.
Mays.
Yeah. Where's he from?
I don't know.
From Philadelphia.
Okay.
Y'all play this out here. I didn't know that. Y'all play this out here.
Yeah.
That's how they up north when they don't want you to like shoot up the club, they start playing that like 15 minutes so that way you leave in a good spirit. It still works.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that's what that sounded like. It sounded like Frankie Beverly on some hip hop shit. I'm no joke. I'm not even trying to. If you even wasn't here before I knew this nigga, I was like, yo, who did these motherfucking beats, right? So when I hear that, and then I hear a nigga like you rap over it, that shit is dope to me. It's not regional until I hear his content, his draw. He may be regional,
right.
But the sound of the production. Let me put Pug on this.
I mean,
hold on.
Pug, get up here and talk to him.
Use
Let's
this mic right here.
ride it out. Pause with Pug.
Yeah.
Getting his 1-2 in, man. Y'all got any questions for Pug, man?
I mean, I'll start it with where we are right now. So, producing it. What time? I mean, were you inspired by a time frame, or was it just something that you're putting? You can flip that other side if you want to. I mean, were you going for a like an old school Houston sound, or were you just creating and allowing him to tell that story?
I had the concept in hand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. Sonically, yeah, I think we was trying to keep it within the concept. You know what I'm saying? Like 90s ballroom, classic Houston records. You know?
Right. And that's what I was trying to explain to him.
I heard some Houston records on there, but there's a lot of shit. When I heard that 96 shit,
that was the tied in to put you in the place, like in the skits.
So when I hear the 96 record, 96 Backs. What is it called?
Backs. Yeah.
96 Backs, right?
96 Summer featuring Backs.
Is that like a Houston record that y'all drew from, or is that like just some shit you was like, oh, this is illustrious? Yo, D-Lo can kill this.
Really, that's Oliver Sane Over the Hill. It's just an old soul record.
That's okay. That's my point. Yeah. Now we had to figure out where that soul, because most soul came from Detroit, which was Quincy, some old, Motown shit.
That's popular soul.
We get what you're saying, but there was a time period out here where.
But y'all act like that's only here. That shit was where I'm at too. When I hear it,
okay. We're talking.
We get that it's somewhere you at too. It's soul is everywhere. But that was so. It's different when that's the MO of like Houston culture, like riding dirty. It's soulful. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I got you.
Everything in East Coast wasn't soulful, even though it was soul there. Yeah. Like niggas wasn't making soulful projects. You know what I'm saying?
In terms of hip hop.
As far as hip hop. Yeah. As far as rapping, you know.
Except for Ghostface.
Yeah,
Ghostface was doing some soul shit.
He was. Doing
that was
something,
it. You're right. No, I agree with that.
So even though it's like Coca-Cola is sold everywhere,
we
put drink in our Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's Coke everywhere. Yeah, but that's just.
I apologize. I see where you're going now.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Because when I hear it, because I grew up, my parents and I have an older brother and sister, so a lot of that soul shit.
Right.
It wasn't hip hop, but when I hear it, I was like, cool. When I hear someone rap over it, it's even better. But
right. So, literally meaning the Houston rappers back then were rapping on that kind of sound.
Yeah.
So then around that time period, that's why I said it sounded like.
But you say that, but you never heard shit outside of. You ain't been nowhere until
I'm just
recently.
saying, okay.
That's why it's hard for me to listen to Elliot. But I'm telling the truth, right? You just went to San Diego and saw white people. He just saw white
Yo,
people
he
like
aired
2
you
years
out
ago.
on your travel log. That nigga like, but you know I'm not lying, right? You just went to Seattle, right?
D-Lo, I want you to ask him. I want you to ask him.
Yo, that's
Because he knows I'm telling you. So you just saw white people.
He's
Elliot.
like putting out your
Elliot.
travel
No,
log.
he put it out. This is episode what? Episode what? 20? And you was talking about, I just saw a lot of white people. And I was like, well, I grew up around a lot of white people and a lot of black people.
Okay, listen, San Diego just had a lot of white people.
Yeah, San Diego got to be different.
All right.
Okay, I've never seen that many white people in all my life.
Okay.
I've never been around that many white people in
Right.
all my life.
Right.
So seeing that shit was like,
When I was in Colorado.
and when I say white people, they are white people, oblivious.
Yeah. I lived in Colorado when John Elway was that nigga, right? That nigga. When he was that dude. This is when he lost to Doug Williams in the Super Bowl. And every black person I know was playing soulful records, but it wasn't hip hop. And that's why I'm like,
And
I
that's what
get
I'm
it
saying.
now.
Yeah,
Okay. So
right.
y'all heard this same soul, but it was niggas rapping on it. And I'm like, I get it. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna step back. That's all I'm saying. That's the only why I didn't really believe him, because I know he just meant white people. So you got to understand.
How did that have to do with?
Yeah, Native American.
Because you don't know what soul is until you understand what white people don't know. There's a big difference. When you understand white people don't know some shit, then you might understand some soul. When white people know it, it's not really the soul no more. It's some commercial. Ask John Legend.
Yeah, touche. But nevertheless, I mean, when I say we grew up on that kind of music, like we were listening to the hip hop artists out here,
Nah, I agree.
Yeah.
and they were doing that.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me on this?
Yeah.
So Pug.
I don't think you never heard of Screw Tape.
I think
Now I have, but at first I didn't. I'm very ignorant to like Houston culture, but everyone puts me on it. So I've heard a lot of shit, but I'm not going to be like, I know what it is. Like I first came out here, I saw niggas doing the hookah. And I was like, what the fuck is this? The whole club was just moving like a rowboat and shit. That shit was dope to me, but I didn't know what the fuck it was. That just let me know I don't know what's going on here. Right?
Yeah, that's Kiati joint. That was Kiati's song.
Kiati and Quay.
Yeah.
What, the radio dude? Seriously?
Yeah, that's Kiati's song.
He
Do the hookah.
produced. He produced. Oh, he was
him and Quay.
Yeah, him and
Yeah,
Quay.
him and Quay. MC Quay.
No,
that
cool.
was a song. Do the hookah.
I just know they were doing it in the whole and I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? The whole club was moving in that. That was impressive to me, because where I'm from, it was like 2 steps, and it wasn't like no dances like that. That shit was dope. I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, yo, that's the hookah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't to this day I didn't even know that was Kiati until you just said that.
Yeah,
I just thought it was some dope shit that everybody. It was literally the fucking swag. What's it? Swag surfing before swag surfing.
Yeah.
But only in Houston. So you come to Houston and no one knows about it, and then you come. I went to Chicago and everybody was stepping in the name of love. I didn't understand the steps they was doing. And I was like, damn. And 2 years later, I saw he put it out and the whole country knew what it was. I was like, 2 years ago, I knew what that was. So probably 10 years ago, Chicago already knew what that was.
Yeah.
This is what it is. But,
I mean,
and that's how every region,
just like
before internet, that's how everything worked.
What's that sound that they have out in the Maryland, D.C.?
That's go-go.
Go-go.
But also too, people forget about Baltimore. And I'm from Delaware, so I know about all this shit. So if you were a DJ in Delaware, you had to know DC go-go, you had to know Baltimore house, you had to know Philly house, you had to know Jersey club, you had to know all that shit, because everybody was coming from everywhere. It was only like 35 minutes away from everything. So we knew all that. New York reggae. It didn't matter what it was. Them DJs had to know it, and we all knew it. So we understood all that shit. All of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're back here.
Back here.
Sorry about that.
Nice at the International Ballroom in all markets right now. You can get that at Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes,
Boom.
Spotify, and all your other leading streaming markets.
I think a lot more people than Houston cats will relate to that. I don't think it's just gonna be Houston cats. Like,
Nah, I got people from actually a dude from Brooklyn hit me about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling. I honestly, I think I'm off. I don't even know what a reference is. But when I hear that shit doesn't sound like no. Your draw and your content, it takes me to where I'm like, damn. Like, it takes me to a place and it takes me to a period piece and the sketches, which is dope. But I think niggas from other places aren't gonna be like, oh, that's some southern shit. They're gonna be like, that's our shit. Now when you rap, I swear to God, hand to the sky, they're gonna think it's they shit until they hear him rapping. They go, oh, okay, maybe they knew about that shit too. When they hear this conversation, they'll be like, oh damn, I didn't know y'all was, because we don't know that y'all know this southern, this classic shit, and making it hip hop. That's why I looked at, that's like, damn, like, I looked at you like a star. I'm like, damn, this nigga, you did this shit. That's how I look at it, and the sounds, how I put together the sketches, some dope shit, man. Yeah, that's some dope shit, man. Yeah, and y'all just putting it out and y'all just moving around. That's some dope shit. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, it gotta settle and boil a little bit, man, and people realize the magnitude of this project, you know.
Yeah, I have noticed that about your albums lately. Is so with Hood Politics 3, when I listened to that, I was an instant fan of it.
Well,
instant.
Hood Politics 3.
Grace came out, and I sat on it for a minute, and then it just kind of grew better with time.
Two was the one though. 2 was where you blacked out. I'm sorry.
Hood Politics 2.
That's where you blacked out. That's when I was like, okay, yeah. That's where I had my Nipsey moment. I was like, okay, he's gonna be somebody.
But
fresh out the Bravilla, Game Killer, Godzilla's. Yeah, I remember that show. Yeah, that's our Hood Politics 2.
2 was the one.
But
2
to me
black.
though, man, like these are just moments in time in making music. Like it doesn't. I don't feel like any project better than the next one. I just feel like this project, this last one, it just had more of a direction and control of what I wanted people to hear. You know what I'm saying? So people got to understand it. Grace was just a conglomerate of great songs. It wasn't like, okay, y'all, if 2 people listen to it, they're gonna have 2 different ideas of what the tape is.
Shout out to Ken Boyd on the prayer.
Oh, yeah, on the prayer at the end. Yeah.
He doing his thing too.
Yeah, that's my boy. So this project got like a direction. It's telling you understand it by the 5th song. Everybody's still on the same page.
Right.
Oh, he's going in the club now. Okay, this is the joint. He met a chick. Like it has more control. So all the other albums was just freelance music to me. Like I wasn't really trying to take you. Well, I was taking you somewhere, but I really didn't have an agenda. Like
right, from start to finish.
Yeah, from start to finish.
Right. I mean, yes. I mean, to even going back to what Coreigh was saying, like you creating a short film, you legit kind of already did.
Yeah.
You know, now you just record the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, and he gave you one hell of a score to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. No, I mean this is just a damn good album, and I know Coreigh appreciates it.
Man, hell yeah. But
obviously he's made that well known.
Yeah, yo, Pug's that nigga, yo.
Yeah.
Except for the one when he told you what to do, where D-Lo told you what to do. You know, you lose points on that one, but I'm fucking with you.
Man,
when you start doing production?
I really started producing. I made my first beat in '97.
Damn.
And I pretty much been producing my whole.
What would that beat sound like though?
It's on the Balls of DR5.
Did it age well? Do you love it now, or you hate it?
I don't.
You hate it?
I ain't never heard.
Okay, you a real artist then.
I don't
Okay.
hear it no more.
If you was like, yeah, it's dope, nigga, it's the best shit ever, I'd been like, okay, this nigga lying.
Nah, the goal is to get better each time.
Yeah. How'd you link up with D-Lo?
Shit, we both from Mo City. I've known him.
What's up with Mo City, man? Mo City got all the rappers. Who else from Mo City?
Mo City and Prairie View. Apparently,
Mo City is who? You got Toby Nwigwe.
Toby from the SWAT.
He's from the SWAT. Okay, he's Nwigwe from the SWAT. You got
you got King Coreigh, you got Zero, Billy Sorrells.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
No. Name them all. I don't care who it is. Yeah.
That I can just put my finger on.
Dice
Soho.
Like Soho. Damn.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
I thought he was from Sugar Land, but he was Mo City. Yo, what's up, man? What's up with Mo City? What's going on? It was like
Your boy that played for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
which one? The running back, Lavelle Bell.
Nah, he like a safety. He like a cornerback.
You're not talking about Palomalo.
You tell me what my boy said. You ain't what my boy said. He's from Mo City. I just know he in the league.
Shit.
His name right now.
What the fuck, man? What's going on in the water in Mo City?
Man, Mo City's so big. It's just like, you know, that's the next.
In Mo City, okay, because I got people from where I'm from, Missouri City, but it's in Houston, Texas.
When black people were just in Third Ward or Sunnyside, like they started migrating to Pearland and Missouri City,
Right.
So that's where your roots are gonna come from, you know.
Gotcha.
At the time, everybody ain't gonna be from Third Ward,
Right.
forever, you know.
Right, exactly.
So you got that's where people start migrating to Missouri City, getting when they start wanting.
It's really a lot of niggas from Mo City. Zero, where you from?
You from Ridgemont, Mo City.
That's crazy.
But you know, it's kind of the edge of Houston. It's kind of it's most cities is just Houston is just. I just say I'm from Houston sometimes.
Yeah. No.
When I go out, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
But when you dissect it, that's pretty crazy that y'all like from like the same area and y'all can name all those names.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Most City, dog.
Man, where you from?
Then I'm missing people like TJ Ford, Daniel Ewing.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like all of these are like
TJ Ford. That's why he had the neck injury. That's why he kind of
yeah. But like high school, these dudes were legends. Like
Big time.
these dudes was the coldest back-to-back champs in high school.
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? State, wasn't nobody fucking with them, but
damn,
we got a lot of talent out
and
here.
I noticed like a lot of the most dangerous hoods have like the cutest names. Sunnyside.
This nigga said
cutest
the cutest.
shit.
Just serious. Yeah, if you go to Brooklyn, they got spots called like Lafayette Gardens, the Pink Houses, and them shits be the worst. Them just the places you don't want to go to. That's how it is in Houston too.
Yeah.
Somebody said Sunnyside. I was like, oh, that's cool, Sunnyside. Okay, is there a rise over there? Sunrise over there? And like, nah, you don't want to go there, niggas. It's a sunset for most niggas, which is terrible.
And Sienna Plantation.
Yeah, well, no, I already knew that was bad. I heard that shit. Actually, that's
Sienna Plantation
affluent
ain't bad at all.
That's an affluent neighborhood.
No, that's the rich neighborhood.
Affluent, that's what that means. That's what affluent means.
Okay.
But I'm saying, plantation, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that when I heard that. I was like,
That's where you want to
nah,
live
man.
at. You want to live on the plantation.
It's almost amazing how
That's where all the athletes
it's
live,
like,
right?
yeah, we want to make sure y'all don't want to live here. We're gonna put plantation on the end.
That's crazy that they left that name. They should change that shit. It's called just Sienna Fields.
Now, if you realize they not changing the
They're not.
English literature for us. They not changing
They're
this
not.
shit.
Nah, man.
Cotton pickers.
They changing street names.
estates. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Cotton picking estates. Yeah, they would do that if there was like nice houses there. Niggas still live there. Anybody else think like black people complain too much or like we complain enough? What y'all think?
I think
No,
we
say it,
hard
man.
judges. We hard judges, man. Like
Yeah.
we hard judges. But that's just how I think the system has made us. They compare us. They make us battle each other. We battle each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people don't even like hip hop. They just like battles. They like watching people battle. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like watching someone
It's
fall
like
off.
They don't like watching. They don't like the new music. They just want to see people. Oh, beef. Oh, let me check. Some people just search hip hop beef. on YouTube.
Where does that come from in terms of like the
That's the mind frame of the massa that they built us to
Right.
be, man.
Just
What I'm
just
saying? Like,
battle each other.
if you go on ESPN every day, they always comparing black athletes. I never see them comparing
Tom
Larry
Brady versus
Bird
Peyton
with
Manning.
Luke Walton, whatever his name, whatever.
no, but definitely it may be Bill Walton.
Bill Walton.
Yeah.
But they're not saying he's the next.
Yeah.
This guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want LeBron to be. They want Kobe to be LeBron. I mean, Kobe to be Jordan.
LeBron to be better than all of them and
Yeah.
Magic.
But
It's like, god damn.
so it's like, let's let them compete. Let's just let them compete. No one will ever be great if they both compete.
You think anything could ever change that perspective, or it's just gonna be like that for?
It's gonna be like that for a while until somebody just shifts the plate. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's just, even with music, it's just who's the best, Biggie, Jay-Z or Nas. It's
And
always
we
like
created that. That was I think hip hop is the first music by free black people, right?
Yeah.
Right. Everything else R&B, everything was all from.
As far as being not slaves anymore, you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
free black people. Hip hop is the first.
What you mean?
He mean after slavery is over with,
Slavery.
as far as music being created.
Yeah, because there was a point. There was
You're
music
not talking about
wasn't
jazz and like.
even, you're absolutely right. No, you with me.
Okay.
And there was a point where music wasn't even labeled. There was no jazz. It was just music. And then they started going, oh, this is black music, right? Mm-hmm. That's where jazz came from and all that, right? But classical music was some nigga shit. Mm. You know, that's why they talk about Beethoven was a black man. You know, he's mulatto, all that kind of shit. But if you go back even further, like a lot of the instruments, the piano was basically a harp. Basically, used that. That was a medical device. That's how they use the different vibrations to break up different. Well, I'm not gonna go into it too deep. But that's how they use to break up certain things by vibration. They turn it sideways. That harp ended up being piano, classical music, blah 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 blah. But a lot of that came right from the continent of Africa, and I don't know how it got labeled as white music, but it did. But I think when it comes to free black men music, which was hip hop, it's very competitive, like he's saying, which is very interesting to me, which is actually pretty accurate, right? We're very competitive. If you watched what was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Samuel Jackson, Quentin Tarantino did it. Was that Django? Was that Django?
Yeah.
Right, and they had like the black dudes literally like just fighting for their life and for prize and for a position, killing themselves, breaking each other's necks and shit like that.
Mandingos, they did that.
There you
That's
go.
real life. Yeah,
Thank you.
That's real shit.
Right.
You know, they made us fight each other. You know?
Right. You have to hate them. It's like, well, if you want to live, if you want to move, if you don't want to die, you got to kill this motherfucker, and that's all it was, and that's all those fights were. They don't even let roosters or dogs. You saw what they did with Mike Vick. They didn't let dogs fight like that. But back then, they let niggas fight like that, or they let black men fight against each other like that. Yeah. But they don't let dogs and roosters. That's illegal.
Yeah.
But back then, they let us fight like that. So now, and listen to you right now, I can see how that translates into just our culture in general, whether it's sports, whether it's artistry, musicianship. You know, I can see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn. Anyway.
Y'all are now woke.
Nah, I wasn't no woke. That was just some
No. I mean, like, well,
dots,
and what I consider being woke now is because people really don't pay attention to factual history, you know, or knowing the history. Mm-hmm. You know, it's now what they say. Or
did you guys see what's Olivia's the one from Cosby Show, the youngest one, not Rudy, but the one
Raven
after
Simone?
Rudy.
Oh.
Did you see what she retweeted? That picture of the Rockefeller brunch. It was like T.I., Jay-Z, Young Gotti, Elliot Wilson, and she was saying that you guys are praising everyone in this picture, but they all perpetuated, womanizing, or they're all misogynistic or pimps, and they basically. Am I talking loud on this? I'm good.
Yeah.
just watch your plosives.
Yeah, so basically they just said everyone in this image is basically like is very misogynistic and a womanizer and this, that, and the third.
Well, I don't know. I don't keep up with Raven Simone anymore.
You're probably a good man to not do that.
She seems like a person who's always stressed.
But the reason why I brought it up, the reason why I bring it up too, is because Raven Simone represents a large constituent of people who think like that.
I don't think so.
That are always stressed.
I think there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people like that.
I mean, okay, that's.
So
There's always gonna be that one.
So it's not, but I think y'all think it's one. I think there's a ton of people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's always going to be that one. It's
And
not going
white
to be
people are
that
waiting
same
for
person.
white people wait for one black person to think like that to all join in. They waiting for one. That's
we
all.
ain't claiming Raven. We stopped claiming her.
It don't
since
matter. She's black, and that's all they see.
I don't know. I think she denounced her blackness.
White people. You think white people think that?
They
They
don't.
just see this. Okay.
Well, to control us, we wouldn't be controlled by Raven Simone. So
Right. I agree with that.
So-
White people really love people who are loved by black people. They wouldn't love Eminem if niggas ain't love Eminem. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If Eminem had no black cosign, white people wouldn't even love Eminem. This is how it goes. White people go, oh, y'all love him too? Cool. And he's also saying what we want. They join in.
And he says a lot. If you go back and listen to his early shit, he says a lot of crazy shit that was never in our culture.
Who, Eminem?
Yeah.
Nothing against it, though. He didn't say anything against it. He just says, the several level devil worship in horses' heads, human sacrifices, cannibalism, animals, exorcism, animals having sex with them, camels, mammals, and rabbits.
That's the joint he did with Big.
But niggas don't say shit like that. But the way he floated, that was some nigga shit. But what he was saying was like, why was he fucking camels, mammals, and rabbits? Yeah. The niggas fuck with him. Yeah.
Hey, man.
He was just dope. But
Yeah.
Go Rockets.
Wee.
Oh man. Well, gentlemen, I do want to thank you guys for coming out.
Absolutely.
We were able to make this happen, and I feel like this for the 40th episode. This is quite the milestone.
Absolutely.
To even add on to what Coreigh was saying, that the fact that you shouldn't be as tangible as you are, because we do look at you and we hear the music you put out and we understand the moves you're making, and it's like you already are. I don't want to sound weird or confusing, but you already are where we've already thought you would always be.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get 10 times further, but
There you go.
hey, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In New York, you would be in New York, you'd be like a Fab or somebody. I may be like, man, go up. Maybe I know you're not that old. You're a young man. Yeah. But in terms of that, just like classic, Killing the Hood, this and the third.
Young OG.
Young OG.
Yeah.
But a lot of, you look at a lot of podcasts, they wouldn't be able to get Fab. It's only like the Elliot Wilsons. It's only like the Norries. Special people can get them. So like I said, we look at you like that. So being able to get you, that's why I was like, hey, we shouldn't. But I'm not saying we shouldn't and why you here, haha. I'm just saying it as like, the landscape, how it is. Yeah.
It's dope to be able to have you here under the circumstance of where we.
Yeah, I should be having. You should have me calling a little white woman to get
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I think
DeLorean
DeLorean is available in August.
That's right.
Or hit me back like, hey, so and so's gonna be hitting you back to schedule.
But if y'all haven't realized, there's no industry anymore. Like Beyonce can drop her album at midnight on her iTunes on her own TuneCore account. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
She don't need the industry anymore because
she doesn't. But the ones in between do.
No one does.
Now, you bring up a real good point.
There is no industry anymore because there's no money in music anymore.
You're right. No,
there's no money in selling music anymore. It's free. You have to physically become a character or some type of personality.
I'll say this. I think there's a difference between branding and being transactional, right? Childish Gambino said the bakery doesn't charge for the smell, right? The music is the advertisement. It's the advertisement for whatever you want to sell, right? So whatever you want to sell, you have to figure that out on your own. But the music, you're right. It's not really the denouement where it's like it goes out and you get rich off of music. But Diddy, he's putting out music. Jay-Z they don't need to. They do it because they're not thinking transactional. They're thinking branding. Yeah. But then when they want to get transactional, they can get transactional because of how they branded themselves. Because of the music. The music is always core. Always, always, always. It ain't gonna go nowhere. I don't care what nobody say. So what you're doing is super, super important. And like I said, you putting out projects, you're not trying to get rich. You just putting them out, you putting them out, you putting them out. And it's just bubbling even more and more and more and more. So, like I said, so you got there, like I said, I probably won't be able to reach out to this nigga as easy as I can tomorrow. I guarantee, you think I'm joking. We'll fast forward to this 3 years from now, I'll be trying to reach out to Pug. I won't be able to get that nigga.
Hey, take a week to respond to this.
Straight up. That's how it works. That's how it should be though. And I'm with that. And I think that, like I said, the music is the advertisement to whatever you're going to be doing at some point. But yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, man. Hey, and I'm not speaking for Elliot, man. We really enjoyed y'all being here.
He said he's not speaking for you.
Nah,
Damn, man.
because he could be like, man, fuck these niggas. I let him speak for himself.
Yeah.
Because he's a grown ass man. But they really, I honestly, man, just appreciate y'all
having him,
showing
man.
up. That's serious, man.
For sure, man. Hey,
Absolutely.
I told you I was coming. I know y'all probably thought I was.
Nah.
No. Just
We knew
it
you
was
was
always okay. Well, we don't want to bother him too much because he may be busy. You know what I mean? And literally that's the mindset. You know what I mean?
Hey, we saw you showing love to Buddy Rowe, just like he from the neighborhood. That's like I said, we know what cloth you cut from. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because we ain't gonna sit there and beg nobody to come on this show. We sit here and talk to each other straight up every episode. We don't give a fuck.
No.
But
I'm
like I
ever
said,
on this side of town, I'll be back, man.
Bet.
I know where you at. Like,
All right, bet.
You know how somebody don't never want you stay so far, you go to somebody else, be like, well, I know where you stay now. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
indeed.
Hey,
It ain't got to be a podcast. Just stop over. I don't care what it is. Come over and want to chop it up, whatever. Don't matter.
Yeah. Hey, man, well, look, appreciate y'all having
Absolutely.
me. International Ballroom.
Boom.
Nights at the International Ballroom out
Indeed.
at all markets right now, man. Get that shit, man. We got new shit on the way. Stay tuned.
That's it.
Fuck it up.